it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Very nice, I'm looking at the camera. Very nice, good, good, good. Preloaders, V.I.Preloaders, welcome back to the channel, guys. Always a pleasure to have you guys here with me, and you know this by now, or at least you should. For those of you that are here for the first time, welcome to you as well. My name's Robert. I'm a retired NYPD Highway Patrol motorcycle lieutenant. The name of this wonderful channel is Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle. Guys, welcome to practice session number 85. I'm out here for day 2 at Southern Thunder Harley-Davidson here in Mississippi. My Preloader Nation Tennessee ambassador. We're out here today bright and early setting up, and today was a lot easier than yesterday because we came out here yesterday and sprayed the spots for the cones. We use spray chalk so that we don't, you know, mark up anybody's property, and that just washes. As soon as it rains, it's gone. But it was much easier setting up today. It's a little bit cooler today, which I invite. You know, it's going to get a little bit warmer, but just outstanding. So again, guys, I definitely want to thank Mike, that's riding and wrenching. Again, he quarterbacked this. Coming out here every day. We went out yesterday and had dinner with him and his wife, and they treated us to that too. So just been great hanging out with them. And listen, I owe so much to YouTube, and this is one of them. You know, meeting good people, making good friends, and that's what I have in Mike. I also want to thank, again, Southern Thunder Harley-Davidson, the GM over there who gave us the okay to do this, Zach, who was my point as far as talking on the phone and emailing, and Miriam, who runs the Riding Academy. All right, so very appreciative. I say it all the time, guys. It's not just a cliche. Spend more time being thankful for the things that you have and less time complaining about the things that you don't. And I have many blessings, so I don't have anything to complain about. If you're curious about what's going on, you don't have double vision. I'm talking about my girls behind me. So in today's video, I will be on my girl Misty. Misty's my 2023 CVO Road Glide. And over here, this is Anna Lee. Anna Lee is Mike's motorcycle. And of course, again, that's a 2023 Road Glide. Now, here's the funny thing. They look the same, but there's differences. So you can see the difference. He changed his windshield. Well, the main difference is Mike rides his bike long distance. So Mike has 7,878 miles. I have 400 miles on the dot. 400 miles on the dot. So, of course, my bike's cleaner than his because of that. Different front rotors. He has still the pillion seat on. I took the pillion seat off. I just think it's a cleaner look. And exhaust. I think those are the only differences. He still has the stock exhaust. For now, I have Tab Performance. Beautiful bikes. Definitely check out his channel if you have one of these bikes or if you're thinking about one of those bikes, because a ton of information. All right. He also has a Facebook group, 2023 CVO, and that's a bunch of people that own these bikes or aspire to own one of these bikes. Just sharing information. It's not just about what's the problems they're having with it. It's about the good things that they like about the bike too. So anyway, guys, we're gonna have about 4 people out here today doing the practice session. And again, if this is your first time on this channel, we focus on slow speed maneuvers because that's the most important thing. That really proves that you know how to operate one of these machines. That's why the channel's called Be the Boss of Your Motorcycle, because when you're the boss of the motorcycle, you're not intimidated by it. You're in full control. And to me, that's a boss. And we're gonna be covering 10 exercises out here as far as the numbered exercises, the warm up, and then 1 through 9. And then we do a follow the leader, we do a bonus exercise, and we end it off with a slow race. And as I always do, I'm gonna ask everybody that's here where they're from, what their name is, what they ride, how long they've been riding, how long they've been practicing slow speed maneuvers. That's always what I'm really care about the most. And what they rate themselves on a scale of 1 to 10 in slow speed maneuvers. Now, some people that have never really practiced this, it's kind of hard for them to rate themselves. So, and this is humbling out here, it really is. So sometimes people rate themselves too low, sandbaggers, and sometimes people rate themselves too high. At the end of the day, I ask them again, just to see if there's any change in the number. And as always, and I'll let them know when they get here, there's no pressure out here. There's no arrogance out here. There's no judgment. There's no name calling. No negativity, period. We're out here to learn. We leave our egos on the curb. And that's what this is all about. All right, guys? All right, let's do it. What's your name?
William Jones. William.
You're both named William?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, we got that straight. So I'm going to call you Road King William, unless there's another nickname.
You call him Trip. Yeah.
Call him Trip?
Trevor.
Trevor. Okay. Trevor. All right, Trevor, and I'm going to call you William. How long have you been riding a motorcycle?
7 years or so.
7 years. How about you?
Probably about 8 or 9.
Okay.
Yeah.
What are you riding today?
I'm riding a 08 Road King.
08 Road King. Is there any kind of special name? Is it a Road King Classic or just a Road King?
It's Anniversary Edition.
Anniversary. That's what I thought. I'm looking at those colors. I'm like, there's got to be something. What about you? What are you riding?
A 19 CBO.
CVO what?
Electric. Ultra. Yeah.
Ultra. Yeah. Okay, I already see where we are today. How long you been practicing slow speed riding?
I haven't practiced it too much. I did take a one of those rider courses that Harley offered because it was the only way he'd let me ride his bike. When he
Yeah, absolutely. How about you? How long you been practicing slow speed? Never. Okay, good. Where you guys from?
Birmingham, Alabama.
Oh, beautiful. How long was that trip here?
Just under 4 hours.
Okay. If you had to give yourself a rating, slow speed, 1 to 10, 10 being the best, what would you give yourself?
5.
How about you?
2.
2. Okay. Pleasure meeting you both.
Nice to meet you.
All right. What's your name, dear?
Now, or you just asked me?
No. What's your name?
Loretta Mitchell.
You sure?
I haven't changed my license.
Take 2.
So you just know me as Loretta Mitchell?
Loretta.
Okay.
So you want me to call you Loretta today?
That's fine.
Okay.
Right.
What's your name?
Loretta.
Where you from?
I live in Memphis.
Okay. How long have you been riding a motorcycle?
Since 2009.
What are you riding today?
I'm riding a Harley Davidson Road Glide Special 2015.
Okay. What's your name?
Tangy.
Tangy. You so happy about Tangy?
Yes.
Okay. How long have you been practicing slow speed riding?
I haven't. That's why I'm here today.
Okay, beautiful. If you had to give yourself a rating 1 to 10, 10 being the best slow speed, what would you give yourself?
Oh, probably a 0.
Okay, pleasure to meet you, dear. What's your name?
Q the rider.
All right, and you guys can see he's all chapped up.
Because it's cold.
Yeah, a little chilly. It's chilly.
It's
well,
cold.
It's cold if you're riding.
Okay,
Yeah.
he's got on a sweater and gloves. It's cold.
I'm wearing a hoodie, not a sweater. So again, guys, this is my ambassador for Tennessee. This is Riding and Wrenching, the biggest little YouTube channel on the entire
interwebs.
Yeah. See how you can't let me finish that? He's got to get it in there. So again, I want to thank you again, man, for everything.
Absolutely.
Helping me out here. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
How long have you been riding the motorcycle?
4.5 years.
What are you riding today?
I have a 23 Harley Davidson Road Glide CBO, the best motorcycle made by Harley Davidson.
I'm waiting for you to finish it. Okay. Where are you from?
Oh man, that's a great question. Well, I live here in Tennessee. I'm from.
Whoa. You can't say you live here in
I
Tennessee.
live
We're
here
not
in Tennessee.
We're not in Tennessee.
They don't know that.
We're in Mississippi. All right, you're from Tennessee. How long have you been practicing slow speed riding?
Let's see. How long's your channel been around?
Coming up on 3 years.
Coming up on 3 years.
Beautiful, and that shows. You'll see what I'm talking about. If you had to give yourself a rating, 1 to 10, 10 being the best, slow speed, what would you give? I'm waiting for the silly answer.
That's not. That's just an honest, quite honest answer. It's somewhere in the neighborhood of 7.435.
See, it's getting worse. Yesterday was 7.8 something. I could have sworn. Now it's gone down.
I hit a cone yesterday, so I took out. I assassinated a couple of your cones yesterday. I apologize.
You did?
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, but you had that road glide with the handlebars that are new to you. So.
I don't make excuses. I assassinated it.
Always a pleasure, brother.
All right, man.
Good morning. Welcome to practice session number? 85. Oh, are you subscribed to my channel? Uh-oh. I blame him.
Subscribe to his channel.
That's not helping me.
I know.
All right.
Will, though.
Thank you. I appreciate that. Is everyone here familiar with my channel? You know what preload means?
When you pull, well, I'll say this. I think it sounds as though, and I asked my husband earlier, revving your
Yeah.
throttle and pulling
Okay,
the clutch
good.
and finding the sweet spot.
Yeah, because this is what I mean when I say I learn from you guys as this goes on. I was yelling preload to this guy for 2 hours, and he finally was like, what does preload mean? So it's pointless if you don't know what the hell I mean. So if you do have a question about anything, please ask. There's no such thing as a stupid question, okay? First things first. We were talking earlier, and she was saying, my issue is I just can't get out of my head. So I explained to her, I'm gonna say it again, this is all in your head. And I was telling that the guy over there, allegedly, has got one hand. That's a physical disability. But this is all mental, and that's why we have to practice. It's like anything else. We're out here to fight bad habits and instincts, right? Well, some instincts. The instinct I'm talking about is putting your foot out when you feel falling, right? That's what we're gonna be dealing with today. This is all positivity today. No arrogance, no judgment, no name calling. None of that happens on this channel. So we're gonna take our egos, leave them right here, right? As I explained to you already, dropping your motorcycle is par for the course. What keeps this motorcycle up at slow speeds, Loretta?
What, at slow speed?
Yeah, what keeps the motorcycle up?
Throttle.
That's right, power to the rear wheel. Sufficient power to the rear wheel. You agree with that, Mike? You agree with that, William? You agree with that, Trevor? Is there any dispute at all about that? Okay, so this question is important because we all know that, but when we feel fallen, we put a foot out. So that's what I mean when I say we have to fight that instinct, because that's the main way we get seriously hurt at slow speeds, putting our feet out. So with that being said, today, if you put your foot out when you feel the bike falling, 10 push-up penalty. Rob would do it for you. Unless you want to do it.
I don't,
Okay,
knees.
Rob would do it. What'd you say, your knees?
I would do it on my knees.
Yeah, okay, whatever. It doesn't matter how you do them. It's voluntary anyway. If you squeeze that front brake while you're in the middle of a slow speed maneuver, 10 push-up penalty, right? Well, you say you're gonna fall.
You're gonna make you fall.
No, well, it shouldn't make you fall, because if you feel falling, what's the answer?
Or throttle.
Clutch. Clutch. Maybe throttle too, right? So the answer to a lot of questions is it depends, because it all depends. So we're gonna be in our feelings today, right? And what I mean by that is our feelings, just like you said, I can't get out of my head, that's feelings. Our feelings are gonna dictate a lot of the things that we do. And while we're on these motorcycles, we're gonna address things when we feel them. And we're gonna address it as soon as we feel them. And if you do that, whatever adjustment you have to make is a very small move. So, if we have the throttle preloaded and we're in the friction zone and we feel the bike falling, what we have to do is adjust it a little bit. It's gonna stand up. We all understand that this motorcycle is designed with power to stand up and go straight. That's what it always wants to do. That's why with power and speed, it doesn't need you. It doesn't. Anybody can ride a motorcycle at speed, anybody. But when we slow down between 1 and 10 miles per hour, that's when you have to be the boss of the motorcycle, because it's all on you. And the analogy I like to use, which I've had a few, actually last week, I did a private lesson with a pilot. And an airplane on autopilot, any one of us can sit in the cockpit. And we look like superstars because the plane's flying itself. But when it's time to land, it's on that pilot. It's all on him. So that's how it is with our motorcycles. So as long as we understand what keeps it up, what we need to do not to drop it, that's a good start, okay? Let's see if we retain that, right? That's the funny thing. But that's where practice comes in. We have to understand that this is a perishable skill. Like, you can't do this now and say, all right, the next time Rob comes here, I'm gonna take his course again. You have to continue to practice, but the beauty is you don't have to come out and set up a bunch of cones. I do like cones, but the first exercises that we're gonna practice, the first 4 exercises, I'll say 3, because one of them I don't want you practicing in traffic. But the first 3 exercises, you can practice every time you ride, and they're relevant every time you ride. So keep in mind, we're in a training environment today, we're in a controlled environment, so I'm gonna be a stickler, right? When you're training, you have to be a stickler. Everything is at a higher level. So the things I'm gonna ask from you, I want you to do them all day, whether you think you need to do it or not, because we're trying to build muscle memory. That's the only thing that's gonna help you when oh crap happens. Why are you here? Why do you practice? Well, you don't practice. Why are you here today? What are you looking at him? Why are you here today?
2 reasons.
Okay.
Today.
Okay.
1, I feel like I need it.
Okay, good.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
And 2, because they told me to.
Who's they? Him and your husband. Okay, good. That means they love you. Why are you here today? Why do you practice?
I don't practice.
You don't. Why are you here today?
So I can learn how to ride much better than I did.
So you can learn. How about you, Trevor?
I don't really practice, but I'm here to improve my skill set. And get
Good. So everybody said, Mike, why are you here today?
I love riding. I love getting better.
You love it. I like that. So he said, I love it. I love riding. I love getting better. And there's a lot of people that love riding. And that's why I always say, once you actually know how to operate this machine properly, you're going to love it even more. Because these are the only vehicles in the world that your heart rate goes up the slower you go, right? And we need to change that. And it makes sense why people are nervous, because we fear what we don't know and what we don't understand. So that's what we're going to tackle today. And I'm guaranteeing you, today, your goal today, it's not to leave here and ride like him, right? It could be the goal. I like doing small goals, right? For me, your goal should be, A, to leave here a little bit more confident than you got here, which I'm guaranteeing you will. And secondly, just to identify what you need work with, and then work on it, right? Work on it. All right. Any questions about any of that? Beautiful. 5 steps. Now I'm gonna be testing you, watching who watches and how you watch. There's 5 steps I want you guys to follow all day today before you move your motorcycle. What is always step number 1?
Helmet on.
Negative. It's a good guess though. What's always step number 1? The bike's already running, by the way, so don't say start the bike. Just so you guys know, I have a cricket sound. I'm gonna put it in here in the video. What's always step number 1 before you move your motorcycle?
Preload, check your clutch, check your brake.
Negative.
Equipment check.
Negative. Your voice sounds very familiar. He sounds like Jay. Motorcycle drop guards. You sound just like Jay. Anyway, step number 1, make sure the motorcycle's in first gear. That is always step number 1. What kind of bike do you ride?
Heritage Classic.
Okay, so his Heritage, your Road King, your beautiful CVO Limited, your Road Glide. None of your motorcycles will let you know what gear you're in if you have the clutch pulled in. None of them. Ours will, because Harley Davidson just changed that. But if you ride an Indian, you ride a Gold Wing, yeah, you can always see what gear you're in. Nice big number. So we always want to make sure we're in first gear. Boom. Step number 2, cover the rear brake. Why are we covering the rear brake? Go ahead.
I refer back to my basic.
Yeah, go ahead.
So it's always, if you need to stop, it's always these things anyway. Like
Mm-hmm.
so you're already down,
Mm-hmm.
then your other foot's over here, and you're pulling.
Okay,
It's a thing. You
So-
do it all together all the time.
let me first say, do you understand what I mean when I say cover the rear brake?
Just your foot's there. Like you just,
Yeah, your foot's actually on it though. I want you to, don't hover. Rest your foot on the brake, right? Because all of our motorcycles, you can rest your foot on the rear brake without applying the brake. It's not, brake light's not gonna come on. This one young lady, we had to actually show her, her husband had to go behind her and say it's not on, because she really thought if she just rest her foot on it, and still she was hovering her foot. If you hover your foot over the brake, it's gonna be a long day for the muscle right here, right?
I didn't realize that you could lay your foot.
Yeah, you can just rest your foot on it. Especially, I mean, there's some people that got big feet. Still, it's not going to apply the brake, right? Okay, so we're covering the rear brake because today, are you a good slow dancer? How about you? You? No, I don't know how you can be good. You just go like this, right? Anyway, we're going to be slow dancing with these bikes today. That's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be one with these bikes. We're going to be slow dancing. We're going to be graceful. And I understand that when you're trying to figure this out, it's tough to be graceful. So I get that. So I know I am going to see some stuff like this initially, but we're going to smooth all of that out. It might not all happen today, but it's going to happen eventually. And what I love about all of this is I know for a fact, because this is not rocket science, that if you are dedicated to this and you stay practicing, it's inevitable that you're going to get better. It's inevitable. So just keep that in mind. If I'm riding on my motorcycle at 50 miles per hour and my wife's on the back and she kind of shifts her body, no big deal at all. If she does that when I'm going 7 miles per hour, oh, I'm going to feel that. So that's what I mean when I say we have to be graceful with the motorcycle when we're going slow, because everything is exaggerated. I'm talking about with your throttle, with your clutch, and with that rear brake. And anytime we're applying rear brake today, we're applying gentle pressure. This brings me back to why we're covering it. We cover the rear brake because when we need it, we're already there. So we can apply gentle pressure. If your foot's off of it and then you go to it, chances are you're going to smash it. And yesterday I did an exercise and I told them to take their foot off the brake. And then while they were doing the exercise, I said, okay, come to a smooth stop. All of them stopped like this because when they went to the brake, they smashed at it. So that's why we cover the rear brake, step number 2. Step number 3, preload the throttle and keep it loaded. Anybody here have stock exhaust? Yeah, Trevor does. Oh, you do? Yeah, your bike sounds like the... No, that was my Indian. It sounded like the Jetsons. It's a sewing machine, yes. But you can still hear it. Preload your throttle means bringing your RMP up above idle. And again, if you're riding a BMW K Series motorcycle, a Gold Wing, once those motorcycles start, they idle high and smooth. It's just a steady sound. So you really don't have to preload with those. But I know every Harley I own, so if it's on an EKG machine, I'm seeing this. I don't want to see that. I want a flat line for the motorcycle. I want a flat line. So your goal is when you preload your throttle, and you always want to be listening to it, I don't want 5,000 RPM, but I also don't want it too low. So pay attention to that sound. Your goal is to try to keep that sound. That's your lifeline, right? Step number 4, slowly release the clutch into the friction zone, slowly. If we release the clutch slowly, we're already preloaded. And the reason we keep it loaded is because now we don't have to worry about that. You open up the clutch slowly, the bike's gonna move slowly. And then step number 5, as soon as this bike starts to move, pick your foot up. Now there was a guy yesterday, I want your foot to pick up vertically. Bike starts to move, pick it up. The bike is starting to move and your foot is going, he's trying to keep his foot on the ground as long as possible. Now, as soon as it starts to move, pick up your foot. Plus, every time he picked up his foot, his heel was this close to his saddlebag guard. That's how we get hurt, right? So we need to trust that sufficient power is gonna pick this bike up, we're gonna be okay, all right? That's what we need to trust. Questions? Go ahead.
In your opinion, do you feel like there are certain bikes that are easier to maneuver than others when you do these kind of exercises?
Absolutely. So her question is, in my opinion, are some bikes easier to maneuver than others? Absolutely. Now, when you say easy, it depends on what kind of easy we're talking about. Some bikes are lighter, so it's gonna feel easier to turn them. Like the bikes that they're doing the basic rider course, those are 500s. But still, yeah, that bike's gonna turn easier. This bike, my Harley Davidson's turn better than my Indian because the Indian handlebars don't turn as much. But if we're following the proper techniques, remember, nothing that we're doing out here today is excessive. I also want to point out there's no pressure out here today. There's no pass or fail, there's no test, none of that. Nobody's gonna judge you. So we're doing 10 different things plus 3 things after that. That's what's on the agenda. But Trevor might go, you know what? After 5, I'm done. Like yesterday, there was a guy. After 6, he was done, but he hung out. That's fine, there's no pressure. You also have the option of, let's suppose you're struggling with exercise number 2. And we get to a point where you say, I don't want to go any further, but I want to go back and just practice exercise number 2 on my own. You can do that. But if you hit a cone, I got OCD. Put it back right where it was, all right? All right, so there's no pressure. But I do want you to step outside your comfort zone a little bit. I used to tell people, you don't have to do anything you're uncomfortable doing. Shit, they wouldn't be here then because they're not gonna do anything. None of this stuff you're gonna be comfortable about. Are any of you nervous? Yeah, okay. I want you to know that's completely normal. I say this all the time, you could be highly educated, graduated magna cum laude in a certain field, and you know your stuff. And when you get your new job in that field, you're still gonna feel nervous because it's new. So don't worry about the nerves. The good thing about nerves is confidence is gonna diminish your nerves. What's the 3 C's of Preloader Nation? I know none of you know. Mike, what are they? Hold up, you're making the face. What are they?
I don't know.
Oh, again, you made a face like, how dare you? 3 C's of Preloader Nation.
Confidence.
Confidence. She don't even know how to take, the way you said it, I know he told you. Confidence. Confidence, yes. Courage is, well, no, not courage, but shit, she should be one of them.
Yeah, I need courage. To bring my ass out here, I took all kinds of courage.
Confidence.
Right.
That's always number one because everything follows that. Control, because we want to be in control of this motorcycle at all times. And consistency. Consistency refers to keeping the throttle loaded. It consists of when you turn your head and your eyes, keep them turned. It consists of a lot of things. Consistency. When you turn the handlebars in the turn, keep them turned. A lot of times you see this, right? So we're going to talk about all of that. Okay, first thing we're going to do today, short starts and stops. Do you practice that? Have any of you practiced? Oh, I know you are. Have you practiced that, short starts and stops? Okay, and this is one of the exercises that I mean when I say you could practice this every time you ride. All of you have been riding more than 5 years, correct? So you should be experts at stopping, right? Because you have to stop. But no, it's not the case, right? Because most motorcycle riders between 1 and 10 miles per hour, very uncomfortable. They don't like the way it feels. So how do we deal with that discomfort? Either we duck walk. We ain't doing that shit today. I can tell you that right now. We're not duck walking, right? If you duck walk the bike, every step you take is 10 push-ups. 10, 20, 30. I'm letting you know right now, right? Because we already know. All right, I got a question for you. If you had to put a percentage on this, how much do you think your balance is relevant keeping this bike up at slow speeds while it's moving?
Your balance?
Yeah.
I think it relates back to the power thing again then, does it not?
I just need a percentage number.
A percentage?
Yeah. Of the relevance of your balance.
10.
I'd be 0.
I'd say 0.
0. Why you say 0?
Because it's not the balance, it's how much.
Exactly.
You're riding. I mean,
It's the power.
I riding a bicycle,
Yeah, it's the power.
but I can't do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And how ironic is that? The saying that people always say, come on, man, it's like riding a bike, meaning you never forget it. That's true. But it's not true when it comes to slow speed maneuvers. It's perishable. You will lose, if not skill, you'll lose confidence, and they're tied together.
I think that's part of my problem. 'Cause
Yeah.
They ride more when it's chilly outside, and
Mhm.
I was riding more when it was sunny.
Yeah.
And so then at the beginning of every season, I said I feel like a new rider all
Yeah,
over again.
exactly.
Because if you don't do it, like I wish I was doing this at the beginning of the
Yeah.
season and not the end.
Exactly.
I wouldn't
Mhm.
lose everything that
Well, here's what's going to help you too, and I'm not just trying to plug myself. Subscribe to my channel and watch my videos. Live vicariously through me during the winter months. But not only that, knowledge is power. So my thing is, if I'm really trying to learn anything, I want to hit it from all angles, meaning I want to get as many of my senses involved as possible. I want to see it, I want to hear it, I want to smell it, I want to taste it. So if you watch a bunch of my videos and you watch these practice sessions, watch people that have, some of them, I tell people all the time, somebody that's watching today's video, for whatever reason, they're going to see themselves in you. Something about you is going to make it relatable, and it helps them learn. So anyway, it's important. All this stuff's important. All right, so starting and stopping. My first practice session, never did this because I didn't realize it, but it's something you have to do, so you should be comfortable at it. It should be smooth. Now again, our goal today is to be smooth, but there's no perfection out here. I'm not looking for it. It doesn't exist. So every now and then, something's not going to happen the way you want. That's fine. As long as you know what happened. We identify and we retry. All right? So when you come to a stop today, here are your options. I want your foot coming down like this or like this in stride. That's it. If you ever put your foot down like this, 10 push-ups, because you're putting your foot down to stop the bike from falling. All right? That's how people that don't know how to ride a motorcycle stop. Because in their minds, when they feel falling, that equals time to stop. I feel falling, front brake. And sometimes if the handlebars are turned, front brake, bike over. Now there's a certain guy, and he already contacted me because I talked about him before. I don't mention his name, but he wasn't a subscriber. He had his wife on the back of the bike. He pulled up to his house. Same thing, felt falling, front brake, Wife fell off the back, broke her hip, right? And you know, and I said to him, man, you must feel like crap. Can you imagine? So my point is, you don't have to be doing anything crazy to hurt somebody on the back of the motorcycle. It's a huge responsibility to put somebody on the back of the motorcycle. So something as simple as stopping is very relevant. And these short starts and stops that we're gonna do, this is gonna make everything else that we're doing out here easier to absorb. I guarantee you it is. When I do private lessons and people come out and say, I just need U-turns, we always start with the short starts and stops, and we're there for an hour until they get it right. And once you can get that right, it makes the other stuff easier, because we are now getting comfortable riding very slowly in the friction zone and using that rear brake. And if we can do that starting and stopping, we're gonna be using those cones. Those cones are 15 feet apart, so it doesn't give you a lot of space. And I don't want you to have a lot of space, because if I give you space, I told you before, the discomfort is dealt with walking the bike or speed. So when we go from cone to cone, if I see you guys go, negative. I'm looking at the front suspension. I want very little compression when you're stopping. And we're doing this all day today, guys. I'm referring to stopping smoothly. That's your goal all day today. And when you leave here, when you ride out of here, every time you come to a stop, practicing is a state of mind. If you say, all right, smooth stop, smooth stop, smooth stop, boom. But of course, there's a technique behind this. When you're coming to a stop, do you just pull a clutch in and let the bike coast and then come to a stop, front brake, put your foot down?
No, because of the way, like I said, the way I was taught.
So how do you do it?
Like this.
This looks
It's
like
it's
obscene. What are you doing?
That's the way, I'm going back to when I took the class.
But what are you squeezing? One's a clutch.
It's like the clutch, the front brake, the rear brake, and you're downshifting. This is if you're doing that. That's what I'm hoping to get, right? To be able
When you finish that, to finish off that stop,
yeah.
how do you finish off a stop? I mean, most of the time, that's what I do. When I get to a certain point, I squeeze the clutch in, and I just let it coast, and then when I bring the bike to a smooth stop, and I put my foot down, right? And most of the times, that's going to work out. But sometimes, you'll be coming to that stop, and when you get near the end of that stop, your handlebars start doing this. That's the coin rolling across the table. The coin rolling across the table doesn't have any power. So it's going to roll as long as it has momentum, and then it's going to start to waver. That's your handlebar starting to do this. And eventually it'll fall. That's people going like this. But if I'm not ready to stop, how am I going to deal with this feeling of falling? That's right, we talked about it. You're going to go back into the friction zone. 20% friction zone, 80% rear brake. Your motorcycle, like we already talked about it, it's designed to stand up. It wants to go stand up all the time and go straight with power. If you use your rear brake and the friction zone together, they work in harmony. It makes the bike want to stand up. It's the only way the bike's going to stand up at a very slow speed, because it doesn't have any power. So you need to go back into the friction zone, but use the rear brake at the same time. But because we want to stop, we need more rear brake than power. So the important thing is we don't want to make them fight, meaning don't be using a lot of power and rear brake. That's when you run into problems, clutches and stuff like that. Don't make them fight, and I'll be looking for that today. And at a certain point, you'll be able to feel if you're making them fight.
So you're saying more rear brake, not the front brake. So this is the.
Didn't we talk about the front brake being a push-up penalty if you use it at slow speeds? Yeah.
You said that?
Yeah.
You keep talking about these push-ups. Who is tracking it? That's what I want
Me.
to know. Like how?
It's on video.
You're gonna go back and tell me? You're gonna send me homework and say I got 100 push-ups?
No. So everybody here in Preloader Nation, we're all accountable, and we know what we
I
got.
dare one of y'all to send me an email talking about how many push-ups I got. 2, 3, 4.
Oh, I'm not gonna have to. You know who's gonna do it? I know it. I guarantee it.
Did you do push-ups? Because you don't.
No. No, he's gonna call you out on video. I know it. Of course he will. All right. So to answer your question, somebody asked me that yesterday. How about the front brake? I was like, we talked about this. No, we're not touching that front brake today. Now, if you are riding across the parking lot and you 25 miles per hour, yeah, front brake. Between 1 and 10 miles per hour, the front brake is too much stopping power. It's too much. That's why people have issues. Can I stop this motorcycle smoothly with the front brake? Yes. However, if you don't have enough practice under your belt, because we talked about why we practice, why you guys are here. Practicing also, it gives us muscle memory. We practice for That's where the muscle memory comes in. Right now, if something happens without any practice, squeeze and hope for the best. That's the option. And that doesn't always end well. The other thing is practicing gives us options, right? The more you know, the more options you have. That's true with pretty much anything. So, for instance, when we do the single serpentine, right? That seems like something that's just fun that people do. But it's so important because do you practice emergency braking? You? You. Okay. And I'm glad you're honest. Everybody says, yeah, I practice it. And I always tell them there's a difference between oh crap braking and emergency braking. Because when we practice emergency braking, we know we're going to front and the rear brake. We know we're going to apply smooth but full pressure on that front brake, right? And we also know that at the same time, we're downshifting. Because if we are on the highway, look to the left, look back to the right, traffic's not moving, oh crap. Brake, 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 downshift, 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 downshift. But most people are not going to downshift because all they want is brake, that's it. So if you're fortunate enough to be able to stop before you hit that car, and then you check your mirror and you see the car behind you is not stopping, if you're in 6th gear, you're screwed, right? Now, let's suppose you do have the presence of mind, downshift, 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 downshift. You look in your mirror, that car's not moving. If you don't know how to ride like this, you're still screwed because this ain't the time to be trying to do that. You need to just be able to make a turn and get out of there. But if you don't have that in your muscle memory, it's not even an option for you. You're not even going to think to do it. Now let's take it to something that's not so extreme. The gas station. You know how we love gas stations. If I pull up to a pump, damn it, it's not working. And I see that the pump right across from me is working. It's about a 24-foot U-turn. To me, it's an option. I'm just going to make it. But most people, it's not even a thought. All right? Okay. So, yes, friction zone is what we have to do. We have to enter back into the friction zone. And again, that's a feel thing. If you feel like you need it, go into the friction zone. Don't stay in it if you don't need to be in it, right? And that's what sometimes people do. They'll stay in it too long and now they have too much speed, all right? All right, so I'm not gonna talk you guys to death anymore about this. Do you have any questions about anything I just said?
So you were talking about the muscle memory, and I feel like you're like, what are you doing? That's the muscle memory, the downshift.
I wanna know what you're doing with the clutch hand, really.
Pulling it in, not.
Oh, okay, okay.
I'm not squeezing and letting go.
Okay,
I'm
good.
saying, you know, it's we were taught to do these things together. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
down.
Yeah.
Right?
Mm-hmm.
I pull my clutch in,
Yep.
down,
Mm-hmm.
and
Front brake
and
rear brake. That's right. That's
so
right.
You're telling me now that now I'm gonna have to retrain my brain today. Slow maneuvering.
Yeah.
Is to not do this.
Don't touch that.
Is to do this.
Don't touch that. And I'm gonna tell you,
I gotta remember.
I'm gonna give you another example why. There's a lot of times when we're out here doing slow speeds. First of all, we're gonna be living in the friction zone today, right? Friction zone, friction zone, friction zone. Do you know what the friction zone is?
The sweet spot.
That's right. It's area between no power and power. That's the friction zone, right? Okay. So if we're living in the friction zone, right? Sometimes, like we just talked about, using the rear brake at the same time as being in the friction zone is going to stabilize that motorcycle. It's going to help it stay up. It's going to help it be smooth. So that means we're going to have power and brake at the same time, correct? We're using the right hand for power, right? That's where we're keeping it loaded. How are we going to do that and, see what I mean? Even the way that it's designed is telling you no. The rear brake is going to help, the rear brake controls and corrects. It gives you better control. And sometimes, we're not robots, so sometimes you might pop your clutch a little too much and just pulling the clutch in may not be enough based on what you're doing. That's why we're always covering the rear brake. As soon as you feel that, correct it. And it's not a big deal, right? All of these things work together. So part of being able to stop a motorcycle smoothly is also just doing stuff out of order, not being coordinated. And that comes with, oh crap. We're gonna work all of that out, okay? So I'm gonna give you a quick demonstration of me bringing the motorcycle to a smooth stop, bringing my foot down like this. Now sometimes you're gonna stop and then this foot, it'll be going this way and you go like this, not a big deal. If you need to use the front brake at that moment because you have to put your foot down, that's different, I understand that. No push-ups for that. But anything else, I'm letting you know now, when you bring that motorcycle to a stop, that's how you're stopping. If you put your foot down like this and then put it down again, that's 10 push-ups, right? This is a coordination thing. Your foot shouldn't be going down until the motorcycle stopped, and it shouldn't still be down when the motorcycle is moving, because we already agreed power is what's keeping it up. Our feet are irrelevant unless we're stopping. Boom. All right. I want you to listen to my throttle. I'm going to purposely slow down So I need to go back into the friction zone. And remember, we stop when we want to stop. We're the boss today. Not when the motorcycle feels like it's falling. Listen to how high that throttle is. Now right there, I didn't use the friction zone, but sometimes when I start this cycle, the idle is just high. So right there, it was high and steady. So I was like, screw it, I'll just use the rear brake, come to a smooth stop. So all I'm doing at that point is I'm using the rear brake to control my speed. But sometimes that's not gonna work out. Sometimes I'm gonna need power if I start moving slow. Let's try this again. All right, friction zone, friction zone, friction zone, rear brake, friction zone. So right there, I feel like the bike's getting ready to fall. I don't want it to fall. I go back into the friction zone, but I'm on the rear brake at the same time. Get those handlebars right, boom. All right, we're gonna line up over here, cone to cone. Do not let your front wheel, this is funny, I always say if you're riding the road glide, you have no clue where the front wheel is. You definitely don't have a clue because not only are you riding that, but you're short too, you can't see. But, you know, I don't want your front wheel to pass the cone, all right? This is about being situationally aware. You should know where the front wheel is. You should know where your bags are. Well, she don't have any bags, but, you know, you should know where the bags are. No, I'm not talking about that. I'm just stating those are matters of fact. That's all it is. We took the bags off. It's not relevant in this anyway, but I don't want you to pass. When you start, I want you to start out smooth. If you start out and your handlebars are straight and narrow, you're going too fast. The purpose of this exercise is I want you to start. As soon as you start, I want you to be going so slow that immediately your handlebars start doing this. I want you to feel that discomfort and I want you to work it out. And remember what I said, if you address it as soon as you feel it, it's a very small move. So really, open up your clutch. Once it starts to move, you can pull the clutch back in, right? Because it's a very short distance. I'm not gonna tell you how to do everything. Work it out. If I need to tell you, I'll tell you. I'll meet you over there. Friction zone, friction zone, friction zone, rear brake. Put down nice and easy. Preload, foot up. As soon as I start to move, handlebars are turning. Friction zone, rear brake, rear brake. Head and eyes, straight ahead. All right, let's do it. Let's do it. All right, so your motorcycle is gonna let you know if your RPMs are too low. Hearing it, but also feeling it. Your whole engine was like this. So make sure we preload that throttle, keep it loaded. Let's try it again, preload. Keep it there. All right, do that a little bit slower. Head and eyes, straight ahead. Good, 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 good. Little slower. Good, good, good. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Nice, easy on that rear brake, and that was an excellent correction. Try that again. Good, good. Woo, easy. You're good. One more. Nice, nice correction. Go around, let's do it again. I normally don't do this more than once, but we only got 4 people. Mike, you're supposed to be going first. Don't be bullied out here, Mike. All right, go ahead. Nice. Head and eye straight ahead. Here's RPMs. Nice and steady. All right, you passed the cone. I know you don't know where it is. Nice. And you see right there where his bike's jumping up? That's why he's covering the rear brake, because that's going to happen sometimes. Nice, good job, Mike. All right, first cone. Whoa, whoa, whoa! You're duck walking, front brake. That's 40 push-ups already. We just started. Okay, so how are we going to get there? What's the first 5 steps? Make sure yes, covering the rear brake. Preload that throttle. Preload it, keep it loaded. Slowly release the clutch. Foot up, slow down, slow down. Good, good, good. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. All right, so remember, braking is progressive. So we're not gonna do no brake, brake. You can drag the brake all the way to the stop. That's why it's nice and smooth. All right, first 5 steps. All right, two things.
I messed up.
Don't worry about that. Two things. You didn't follow the first 5 steps. You didn't preload the throttle. You just went. So it was low. Make sure you preload that throttle. Not that high. It doesn't have to be that high. Just above idle. 15, 1800. Good, right there. Slowly release it, foot up. All right, so this time when you go, as soon as you start to move, I want you to pull the clutch in. Because right now you're staying in the friction zone long, that's why you have so much speed. Reload, reload. Cover that rear brake. Whoa, easy. It's another 10. Another, don't worry about it, push-ups. I'll give you the number at the end, don't worry about it. Preload. Easy, that's too much. There we go. Head and eye, straight ahead. Foot up, open the clutch, close it. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. Keep your head and your eyes straight ahead. You're looking down, straight ahead. What are you looking at? You're looking at your RPM, right? Yeah, don't look at it, just listen to it. Okay? All right, go around, let's do it again. So yeah, guys, I say it all the time. There's an in-between. First go, William. Here we go. See, I love it because you tried to move and you couldn't move. That's where the first 5 steps helps us. Make sure you're in first gear, cover the rear brake. All right, next cone. Make sure you preload that throttle. Keep it loaded. Good, that's 10. All right, next cone. If you feel falling, just open up the clutch some more. All right, not bad. Preload. Not bad at all, William. Make sure you keep your head and your eyes straight ahead. You got this. Preload, foot up. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. Nice, stop. Preload. Good, foot up. Pull the clutch in a little. Good, good, good. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. So remember, when you first start moving, you open up the clutch slowly. If you don't need all that speed, because you're going a very short distance, you can pull it back in a little bit. And when you start feeling this, if you need a little bit more, give it a little bit more. Rear brake at the same time, and your braking is progressive. So you don't have to be no brake, brake. Brake, 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 brake. And when you're ready to put that foot down, finish it off. What you've been doing, it's been smooth. Head and eye, straight ahead, Will. Preload. Keep it loaded, foot up. Keep it loaded. Good, rear brake. Nice, nice, nice. Rear brake, rear brake. Nice. No, it's good, man, it's good. We just got here. Don't be hard on yourself. Good, good, foot up. Good, rear brake. Nice, nice, nice. There we go, go around, let's do it again. I can see he's nervous, but he actually did well. You know, we just got here. I mean, literally, this is the first thing we're doing. All right, that happens. All right, next cone. Preload that throttle, keep it loaded, good, foot up. All right, a little less speed. Good, good, work it out. Good, good. Nice. All right, good, one more. All right, a little less speed on this one, you're good. All right, you can park back over there. Yeah, so what's going on with him is right at the end, he keeps falling to one side that he doesn't want to fall to. And all that means is he got out of the friction zone too early. We're going to talk about that. All right, nice and easy. Let me back you up. All right. So when you're starting, you're straight as an arrow, so it's too much speed. As soon as this bike starts to move, Loretta, I want you to pull the clutch in. And if you need it, give yourself a little bit. But I want you to drag that rear brake at the same time. Okay? Because we're stopping right there. We don't need a lot of speed. Good. Foot up. Good. Keep it loaded. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. There we go. So right now, and this is what I expected. Right now, you're herky-jerky. You're stabbing at that rear brake. Yeah, I know. That's fine. And you shouldn't be touching that front brake at all. All right, good. Good. Get that foot up. You're good. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. Nice and easy. Now see, at the end of that stop, your bike was almost getting ready to stall. You got to keep that throttle loaded. Okay, keep it loaded. Reload. Keep it loaded. Foot up. Rear brake, rear brake. Easy.
You want me to stop each time in between?
Stop at each cone. Yeah, you're good. You're good. Right there again. That was just too much speed. That's all. Foot up. Good. 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 Yeah, you're good. You're good. You're good. Rear brake. Stop. 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 Easy. So remember, all day today, smooth stops. Right now, you're stabbing at that rear brake.
I gotta remember my slow man.
We're gonna get there. Good. Foot up. Get that foot up. Open the clutch. Good. Close the clutch. Rear brake. Easy on that rear brake. Easy, Loretta.
Okay, I'm gonna get it.
I know you will. One more.
Do it again?
Yeah, give me one more. Easy. It's too much speed. Rear brake. Rear brake. Rear brake. Stop. Foot down. All right. That's the best one today. Go park over there. Stop right here. Good, 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 good. Good, good, good. There we go. We're going to work on that. All right. Next cone. Open up the clutch. Open up the clutch. Keep it loaded. Good. Open up the clutch. Foot up. Pull the clutch in a little. Good, good. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. See, that was going to be smooth, the rear brake. Nice and easy on that rear brake. Good. Foot up. Good. Clutch in. Rear brake, rear brake. Now remember, Loretta, I'm saying clutch in so you can kill some of that power.
Okay.
But if you start feeling like you're going to fall, open up the clutch a little bit, not a lot, because you don't want to fly out. I want you to start out. As soon as that bike starts to move, I want you to give me slight pressure on the rear brake. That way you're already braking. You don't have to worry about that thing at the end. Let's try that. Drag that rear brake. Easy. Good, good, good. Work it out. Work it out. Smooth stop. All right, now that's a clutch control thing. You hear that? If you hear it that high, lower it down. If it's too low, you give it more. Again, this is a feel and a hear thing. If you hear it's that high, that's too high. You gotta let it down. But we want to keep it loaded, keep it elevated. Good, right there. Keep it right there. Slowly release the clutch. Slowly release the clutch. Foot up. Good, good. Pull it in. Smooth stop. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. Woo! That's what I'm talking about. Do it again. Good. Foot up. Open the clutch. Open the clutch. Close it. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. All right. One more. Good, good, good. Rear brake, rear brake. Nice and easy. All right, all right. We're going to work on it. Park over there. All right, guys. William's battery died, so I'm going to give him a quick boost, and then we'll talk about this exercise. All right. So he asked a question. He says sometimes it's difficult to know how much to keep it loaded, where to keep the RPMs. And so my response to him was, you just need it to be elevated. Remember, all we're doing is going in a straight line and stopping. So we don't need a whole lot of power. But I like to keep, I say all the time, whatever you do here, you're gonna do in the real world. So I need to hear mine. Sometimes, depending on what I'm getting ready to do, I might raise it even more. It just makes me feel better because I know it's there if I need it. That's why we keep it loaded. So I don't have to worry about it. If I know I hear that sound and I feel falling, all I have to do is open up my hand a little bit. So what you were doing is going into the friction zone and then staying in the friction zone too long. So that's why you're staying at speed. And then, so what speed does is, speed is our enemy today, right? All speed is gonna do is make you have to do something quicker. You have to react to something quicker. When you're gonna stop quick. So that's why your stops are like this. It's gonna be okay. Why are you crying?
Get over yourself.
So that's why I asked you at the last one to try to start off dragging the rear brake, because that way it's gonna help you be smooth. There is a middle area. I'm referring to braking. It's not no brake, brake. Because that's such a short distance, as soon as you start moving, you can be on the brake already, right? You drive an automatic transmission. If you want that car to move without using the accelerator, just take your foot off the brake a little bit, it's gonna start moving. The more you take your foot off, the faster it's gonna go. Well, that's the opposite here. I want you to apply pressure. The less pressure you put, the faster it's gonna go. So I want you to gradually apply pressure until it's time for you to stop. Boom. You, right at the end, the last two, it's already coming together, right? Remember what we did here, because that's how we're stopping all day today. Smooth stop. That's your goal, to stop like this, right? If you stop in any other way, in that moment, you're not in control, right? That's what one of the C's is. We want to be in control. Anytime you see somebody stop their motorcycle like this or like this, they're not in control. And, you know, it's an eye-opener to a lot of people, because there's a lot of things that we do on our motorcycles, or that we're not doing, that really makes us dangerous on the road. It really does. It might not be life-threatening all the time, but it's still dangerous. Sometimes it could be a danger to others. If you drop your motorcycle out here, it's a controlled environment. You do it out there, something can run you over. So that's why we want to take care of all of this here. Also, the first 4 things we're doing out here today, we're not turning, we're not leaning. All we're doing is stuff straight up, because we got to get preload and keep it loaded. We got to get listening to that sound. We have to get all of that stuff kind of down before we even introduce turning. Because once we start turning and leaning, now that stuff is really important. If your bike stalls while we're going straight, no big deal. Put your feet down, you restart it. If it stalls in a turn because you're not keeping the throttle loaded enough, you know. So that's why we start with all of this stuff. Questions? None.
You stay in the friction zone the whole time from what you're doing. You never let it all the way out.
No, never let it all the way out.
Stay in the friction zone.
We're living in the friction zone today.
Gotcha.
Everything we do, we're doing it in the friction zone. In and out, but never all the way out, right? We're never going, you know, I say in and out. When I say in and out, I mean we're either pulling it all the way in or we're in the friction zone. We're never all the way out.
And you said I was giving it too much power.
Yeah, and you heard it. It was, well, too much RPMs, that's when it was high. And then secondly,
When I was
too much clutch. Yeah, you're in the friction zone still, you're in it too much, right? It's not a lot of space in the friction zone, but that's why I said earlier, we're gonna be in our feelings today. You gotta, whatever you feel, act accordingly, address it. So if I know I gotta stop right here, I don't wanna go too fast, I don't need to be in the friction zone. I can pull it in, because once your bike starts moving, let me show you something. And that bike looks good. All right, let me show you something.
Take off in idle by itself?
Huh?
Will it take off in idle by itself? You got to get a few RPMs.
It'll idle by itself, but it doesn't idle smoothly.
Have enough, like you said, you take your foot off the brake on a car, it's going to lurch forward.
Yeah, yeah. This can still idle and move,
Okay, gotcha.
but the point is, it's not reliable. Not on this motorcycle, at least. I need it to be reliable, right? And we're going to talk about later why, to me, it's so important. Again, going straight, not a big deal, but we practice how we play. So if you're already accustomed to raising your RPMs, and you were prime examples of, and I like that to happen. I like something to happen wrong, because it's going to help you learn. And I'm referring to you not following the first 5 steps. William decided to go moving. He's ready to roll. He's in neutral. So if he followed the first 5 steps, step number 1 is make sure you're in first gear, right?
2 is preload. Say them again.
What's always 1?
Make sure your car is in car. Make sure you're in first gear.
Yes.
All right.
It's a rectangle. Make sure you're in first gear.
Okay.
Cover the rear brake.
Okay.
Preload, keep it loaded. Clutch, slowly release. And as soon as it starts to move, pick up your foot, right? Now in her case, she was like, okay, I'm just gonna go. She's opening up the clutch with no preload. So the bike almost stalled. I'm telling you, if you follow these first 5 steps, it's gonna help you. And eventually, there will be no more steps. It'll be in your muscle memory, you just do it. So, and remember, we don't need a lot of power. So as soon as I start to move, foot up, it's up. You hear my RPMs, they're steady. I'm concentrating on keeping the RPMs steady. The second thing I'm doing is, and we're gonna get to this, but the second thing I'm doing is, if I feel like I need power, that's when I give it. But I only give a little because I only want a little. All depends on what's going on, right? And in that case, because we're traveling at such a short distance, we don't need a lot. So Trevor, I love the fact that when Trevor was going, you looked at Trevor. Trevor's all over the place. He ain't in a straight line, but that's beautiful. That's what I want to see. He's working it out. He ain't putting his feet down, right? I want him to work it out, and he's working it out. And I even heard him raise his RPMs right before he was going to stop at one point because he was out of the friction zone because he didn't need it. When he needed it, he gave, boom. When Mike went, if you saw Mike, Mike's bike was jerking like this every time he was starting. Was he out of control? No. He's covering the rear brake because sometimes that's going to happen. Sometimes you're going to open the clutch. It's going to go into the friction zone quicker than you want. Boom, corrected it right away. I love seeing stuff like that because that's the kind of stuff that's going to help us. It's going to help us learn. If everything works out in your life, when something goes wrong, you ain't going to know what to do. You're going to panic, right? Same thing here. All right, questions? All right, next exercise. Exercise number 1. Now this is going to be stops and starts. Really, it's a stop and a start. But this is going to be coming out of speed. You guys are going to go down there. I'm going to be down here. You're going to ride to me. I want you to go up to second gear. This is not emergency braking. It's not about speed. Every time I do this exercise and I tell people this is not about speed, I want you to stop the same way you stopped here. That's how your stop should end, nice and smooth. I still get somebody that's still accelerating within 15 feet of me, and then they wind up stopping like this. So I say, do you stop like that at a stop sign? Maybe I should stop asking that because maybe some people do. Because most motorcycle riders are uncomfortable going slow, they're going to stay fast as long as they can and then stop just like that. That's not what I want. This exercise is about you riding up into second gear. I want you to downshift. Initially, you can use your front brake because you're going to be going more than 10 miles per hour. And right before you stop, I want you to transition from your front brake to your rear brake only. That's how you're finishing that stop coming out of speed. So you can use the front brake all the way until you're about to put your foot down. As long as you finish it off with the rear brake. Trust me, it's going to be a smoother stop with the rear brake. If I see a lot of dive in your suspension, that either means you waited too late to brake, so now you're braking harder. Or sometimes people are braking, and it's a judgment thing. They should know I'm stopping there, I got to apply more pressure. But they wait until they're right there, then they do it. I want a smooth stop today, foot down like this. Boom. And then before you move, follow the first 5 steps, first gear, cover the rear brake, preload, keep it loaded. That's what I want you to do, concentrate on keeping it loaded. Slowly release the clutch, as soon as it starts to move, foot up. And again, we're not gonna fly out either. Take off nice and easy. Questions? Anybody need a demo?
Sure.
Do? Okay. Brake, front brake, front brake. Off the front brake, rear brake only. Friction zone, friction zone, friction zone. Now, you might not need to go back into the friction zone, but right there, I know I felt like I did. My bike was kind of going like this. I already know if I give it power, it's gonna wanna go straight. I need to go straight. I gave it a little bit more power, rear brake at the same time. That's all it is. It's really, we did that, but now I wanna see you do the same thing coming out of speed. And at the same time, I want you to be downshifting because we need to be accustomed to downshifting when we're braking, okay? You got it? Good? All right, you guys head down there. Follow Mike. All right, guys, exercise number 1, stops and starts. Excellent. Outstanding. Nice, nice stop. Preload, preload. Where's the stop? You're supposed to stop. Do it again. You're supposed to stop. No head and eyes on the U-turn. We're gonna get there. All right, see, right here, a lot of speed. Nice, very nice.
I didn't stop the first time.
You sure did. First 5 steps, and then who's? Oh, first 5 steps, preload. Good, preload. There we go. There we go. I want to hear the preload, and I want to hear it continued. Keep it loaded. That was very good. I was actually going to blame Mike because just like my North Carolina ambassador, when he goes first, he flies up, and then other people see that and they do the same thing. When I just finished telling people, it's a stop sign. I want you to come to a nice smooth stop. And what does Loretta do? Flying up. And didn't stop the first time, and went around, did it again, flying at me. But the stop was smooth, right? So that was good. That was really good. I said to myself, here we go. Very smooth. So that's all about being coordinated, using the proper amount of brake. That was very impressive, right? As impressive as it was, I say this all the time, we're here to be the boss. If you do that exercise coming out of speed, it makes the stop easier because the bike is working for you. That's why I want you to stop the same way you stopped here. I want you to have to work it out if necessary, all right? Just keep that in mind. Loretta, you made a nice U-turn over there. Nice and wide. Not all I'm looking at is the back of your head. Not one head turn. We're gonna get to that though. That's exercise number 6. Head and eyes. All right. Any questions on that, guys? Very well. Excellent. Excellent. Of course. All right. Exercise number 2, guys. We're gonna do a slow ride, right? This exercise is gonna be similar to what we did there, but now we're not gonna stop. I'm gonna walk, you're gonna ride. Ride at my walking pace. Do not pass me, okay? Now I'm not gonna be walking like this, so don't worry about it. You know, I'm gonna be within reason. But I'm gonna throw a little monkey wrench in here. I don't want you using the rear brake. I just want you to use your clutch, right? This is all about clutch control. So if I'm saying that, if you know you can't pass me when I'm walking, don't open up the clutch and keep it open too long, because now if you're going too fast, you're gonna roll right past me. Open up the clutch. As soon as you feel it start to move, pull it in. Let the momentum hold you as long as it can, and when you need it, open, close. That's all you need to do, open, close. Use it when you feel like you need it. Questions? Do you owe me more push-ups if you do what?
Put my foot down while we're doing it.
Loretta's question is, do I owe you more push-ups if I put my foot down while I'm doing this? I thought we were clear. That's an astounding yes. She's already up to 120. I can't wait till your husband gets here so we can tell him to start stretching. Start stretching, Rob. All right. Anybody need a demo on that? No. Okay. See if Loretta, you're very good. Very good. Nice, Loretta, nice. What a difference. Nice. Following the first 5 steps. All right, guys, exercise number 2, the slow ride. You ready? All right, let's do it. Listen to his RPMs. Nice and low because he doesn't need them. Come to a smooth stop. See, guys, that's what I'm talking about. When you're not covering the rear brake, when you got to go to it, stuff happens. He actually tried to use his left foot. He was like, awesome. I swear to God, that was not planned. I swear to God. Awesome. All right, you ready? All right, let's do it. Good, good. Come to a smooth stop. You can use the rear brake. Forgot to tell you that. You psyching yourself out, Will. You really are.
No
No brake. All right, you ready? Let's do it. Good. 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 All right, you can use your rear brake to come to a smooth stop. Smooth stop. Ah, I said a smooth stop, William. That was a stab. Now you see how your arms are like this? Yeah, it's too low. You should never be like this. You should be either even or even a little bit above. All right, good job. Are you ready, young lady?
Yes, sir.
All right.
First gear, I'm covered.
Just the fact that you took off over here the way you did, I love it. It's night and day. Night and day. All right, don't pass me. Get off that rear brake. Good. 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 Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Good. All right, you can use the rear brake. Come to a smooth stop. Smooth stop.
Son of a biscuit.
Okay, so now right there, as you're coming to a stop and you feel the bike starting to fall, all you gotta do is open the clutch a little bit, get you right. That's all you had to do.
Open the clutch, not don't open the throttle.
Remember, you're already keeping it loaded. Well, you should be. But even if you weren't, the throttle alone, the idle alone, it'll still pick up the bike. That's all you need is that little bit at the end, just so that you don't fall the way you don't want to fall. Okay? All right, good job. All right, guys, you know what time it is now, right? Exercise number 3, trust and believe. You don't know what trust and believe is? Stand by. I love it, I love it, I love it. And what I'm referring to is, I love when I see it coming together. And it's small things, but small things mean a lot out here. And I went over there, I turned on my camera, and I said, let me just see what Loretta's gonna do. Because before, she was just taking off like she normally does. Take about 4 steps right in front of me, and then go about her business. And then tell me I'm not duck walking. So I just have to be clear she knows what duck walking is. This time, without me saying a word, I see her put that foot up on the brake, boom, and even the takeoff is smoother. It's a beautiful thing to watch, so kudos. Mike was a perfect example of when you don't cover that brake, and then I say, okay, smooth stop, and you go to it, I said, okay, come to a smooth stop. It was like a malfunction. And I had to say for the camera, I swear to God, that wasn't planned, right? What Loretta did was she didn't put her foot on the footboard like you guys did. She just hovered it. I'm looking at it the whole time. I saw the light. So that way when she needed to apply it, bam, she was already there. But right at the end of her stop, the bike started to go to the right. And then she was like, bam, foot down. When all she had to do was open up the clutch a little bit, that would have righted that motorcycle, rear brake, boom, done. All right? All right. Do you trust and believe that as long as you have sufficient power to the rear wheel, this bike's not gonna fall? Absolutely. Do you trust and believe that? No. Do you trust and believe that? Thank you. I love it when people give me honest answers because a lot of people trust and believe it intellectually. But if any time out here you put your foot down, you don't trust and believe, because if you do, you know that's the answer. And that's what the next exercise is that we're gonna cover. I forgot to tell you, Loretta, when we were over there and she did her first duck walking stint, she said to me, but I'm only trying to get to right there. That's the whole point of this. That's the whole point of that exercise. So let me make it clear. I don't care the distance that you're traveling on your bike while you're here. We ain't duck walking it. We're gonna follow the first 5 steps and boom. And the first 5 steps, it seems like a lot now, but again, once it's in your muscle memory, it's just quick. Like the whole preload and keep it loaded, when you're trying to figure this out, it probably takes you about 6-7 seconds to do it. Preload, keep it loaded. No, you just do it. You hear it, you go. All right? All right, I'm gonna demonstrate trust and believe. There's 5 steps. What's always step number 1? That's right, make sure you're in first gear. See, this is what I'm talking about. We're gonna leave here with progress one way or the other. Sometimes the progress we leave here with is technique. Sometimes it's just a better understanding of what needs to be done. And that's actually important. So we're gonna make sure we're in first gear. We're gonna cover that rear brake. We're gonna preload the throttle and keep it loaded. Now this ain't keep it loaded is extremely important in this exercise. Step number 4, I want you to bring your clutch where the friction zone starts. As soon as you feel it bite, pull it in a little bit. I want you right before that spot. Don't pull it all the way in, right before the friction zone starts. And then step number 5, I want you to pick up your left foot. I don't want this bike moving at all when you do that. And when you feel falling, address it. And then I want you to come to a smooth stop. Because this is not about popping the clutch and flying. We got to be in control. Somebody asked me in the comment section, well, they didn't ask me, they said this was stupid. Why would I ever pick up my foot without my bike moving? In the real world, this is not applicable. Sometimes, quite often actually, people display their ignorance for the world to see. This comes into play all the time.
I was going to say every stoplight, no?
No. Maybe not like that, but anytime you feel like you're gonna fall and you put your foot down, that's this exercise. So this exercise is not meant for you to do it at a stoplight. Because at a stoplight, we follow on the other first 5 steps. And in that step number 4, we slowly release the clutch, and as soon as we feel it moving, we pick up our foot. In this exercise, we're picking up our foot with the bike not moving at all. But this is an exercise to reprogram our brain to associate this with falling, not this. That's all this is. So when we do this exercise, step number 5, like I said, we're gonna pick up our foot, and as soon as we feel falling, we're gonna address it. Now, the longer you wait, the bigger the movement. Because we're right before the friction zone and we're already preloaded, this is really all you need to do. But here's what happens all the time. I tell people, okay, let's go it. Preload, keep it loaded. Clutch, all right, I'm good. As soon as it gets to picking up that foot, they totally forget about the preload. I always hear it go down. And that's when the bike stalls. So, listen to the sound, concentrate on the sound, keep your head and your eyes straight ahead. But even if you waited long, some people will say, shit, I have to put my foot down now. No, you don't. You can still correct it. You can put this bike on the side and pick it up with power. Because we already know power, it wants to stand up, it wants to go straight. And I say this all the time, you can get a remote control motorcycle. It doesn't need training wheels. You give it power, it's gonna stand up and it's gonna go. So, if the bike is falling, and sometimes people do this, I tell them to be right before the friction zone, but they pull the clutch in more. So when they pick up their foot, they feel the bike falling, and they don't understand. I'm opening up my hand, but it's still falling. That's why I always say sufficient power to the rear wheel. You're not in the friction zone enough. Open your hand up a little bit more, you'll be fine, right? Sometimes you'll even hear me throttle it. It just makes me feel better, all right? Okay, here's what this exercise is not. It's not meant for you to see how long you can balance the bike. So sometimes people will pick up their foot. Well, before they pick up their foot, they'll sit there for like 20 seconds like this. And their foot's going like this. It's not about balancing it. If you pick up your foot and as soon as you pick it up, it's falling, you're in the exercise. Don't put your foot back down. Just open your hand, okay? Also, don't pick up your foot and just open your hand without feeling falling. If you don't feel it, this is pointless. The only way you're gonna retain it, you have to feel it and address it. Now that feeling of falling, somebody asked me, when is this gonna go away? I hate this feeling. It's never gonna go away. But how you deal with it is what's gonna change, right? And even now, that feeling, it still gives me the pucker effect at times. Especially if I think I'm somewhere in the friction zone and clearly I wasn't. I'm like, oh crap. But I know it's automatic now. To put my foot out now is not even a question. It's not gonna happen. Even if the bike falls, I let it fall and I still have my feet on the footboards. That's why I like footboards, not pegs, right? And then once the bike comes to a rest, bam, then I put my foot down, I can get off. And let me address that too. If your bike does fall today, don't hold on to the bike for dear life. People do that all the time. Because then what they wind up doing is they pull it beyond the engine guard, and that's when you get scrapes on your pharynx. So if it falls, let it go down, and then put your foot down. But we're not gonna let it fall, hopefully. First gear, covering the rear brake. Reload, that's good. Clutch, right there is good. Head and eyes straight ahead, foot up. Smooth stop. So when you address it as soon as you feel it, because it's such a small move, there's nothing crazy happening. It's like, the longer I wait, then it's gonna look extreme. What do you got, Will? Oh, I thought you had a question. Anybody need to see that again? You need to see it again, okay. First gear, cover the rear brake, reload, clutch, foot, smooth stop. That's all I'm doing. I feel it, I address it. I'm not popping it. I don't want you to pop the clutch. But good news, if you pop your clutch, you're still gonna be fine, especially if you're still keeping it loaded, right? What happens is people pop the clutch and go, oh crap, let go of the throttle, pull the clutch in, and then the bike dies and falls. So there's no big deal about popping the clutch. That's why we're covering the rear brake. We can address it. Rob, start stretching, man. What's going on, man? Start stretching. You got to do at least 120, 120. They don't have any. No. He's got 10. He had a front brake grab. Trevor has 10. All right, let me set up the camera, and then Mike, you can go. All right, guys, exercise number 3. Trust and believe. There's always something in the cup holder.
Always.
All right, show them how it's done. Smooth stop. Do it again. No, from right there you could have did it. So guys, that's what I'm talking about when I was talking earlier about options. I tell Mike, do it again. He just says, okay, I'll come right around and do it like that. Most people would have went all the way around. I hear people calling them a show off, all kind of stuff going on. Nope, you were moving. There we go, smooth stop. Good job. All right, so the second time I had him do it, I'm always looking at the tread on the front of your tires. When you pick up your foot, if I see it move even a little bit, I'm gonna tell you, you're moving. This is about being situationally aware too. If I say don't let your bike move, and your bike is moving, you should know that, you should feel that. But I understand, nerves are going on, so, all right, who's next? All right, bring it on up. Nice correction. All right, first gear, yes, I already saw you check it. Covering the rear brake, preload. Good. Make sure that bike's not moving when you pick up your foot, head and eye straight ahead. Let it out, keep it loaded. So right there, your preload was fine, you just never opened the clutch. And I get it, when we feel fallen, we want to go like this. All right. Good preload. Foot up. Let it out. Smooth stop. Nice, Trevor. Go around. Good. Friction zone, rear brake. Ah, nice stop, Will. Nice stop. Very nice stop. All right. We're in first gear, yes, I already saw you check it. Covering the rear brake, yes. Preload that throttle and keep it loaded. Good, I like that. Clutch. Let off the rear brake a little bit so you can know if you're, all right, there you go, pull up. So the clutch is good, all right, rear brake. When you're ready, pick up that foot. Make sure this bike's not moving at all. I got my hand on it, so don't worry about it. Foot up, open the clutch, see right there, just open the clutch. Open the clutch, you're good. Preload. Keep it loaded. Keep it right there. Foot up. Open the clutch. Smooth stop. All right, let's try it again from right here. Preload. Keep it loaded. Give me some more. Right there. When you're ready, foot up. Make sure the bike's not moving. Right there, that's good. Foot up. Nope. Make sure it's not moving. Right there, just gotta open the clutch, that's all. Smooth stop. All right, smooth stop. All right, go around. All right, ma'am. Preload.
What's my name?
Loretta. I feel less of a man now. What's my name? Head and eyes. Good. 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 Friction zone, rear brake, friction zone, rear brake. Okay, now you're good. All right. You understand the concept here? First gear, yes.
All right.
Okay. Cover the rear brake.
Oh.
What the?
Because you know why?
I don't. I was like, what are you doing?
Because this is my foot that goes down. It's my right foot, not my left foot. I'm used to doing this first. And I need to
Okay, yeah. Well, that's what you're going to do. You're going to pick up this foot. But first, you're going to follow the first 5 steps. First gear.
I'm in first gear.
Cover the rear brake.
Cover the rear brake.
Preload. Easy. A little too much. Yeah, right there. That's good. Make sure the clutch right before the friction zone. All right, now when you're ready, make sure this bike's not moving. Use the rear brake to make sure it doesn't move. Pick up this foot. When you feel falling, open up your hand. Open the clutch. Open the clutch. Open the clutch. Good, good. Smooth stop. Easy. Nice smooth stop. So even though this might feel emergent because we're picking up our foot without moving, it's not. As soon as the bike starts to move, smooth stop. All right? Preload. Good. Keep it right there. Don't move. Don't move. Don't move. Foot up. When you feel falling, open the clutch.
Oh, son of a biscuit. Okay. You're holding me. I know you're holding me.
No, I'm not holding the bike.
Yes,
I got
you
my
are.
hand on it, so if it falls, I can catch it. But I'm not holding it. Foot up. Open the clutch. Smooth stop, smooth stop, smooth stop. Smooth stop, Loretta.
Okay.
So remember, we're covering that rear brake so that you can just apply. You're barely moving, so you don't need a lot of pressure. All right, let's try it again. Keep it loaded. Good. Make sure it's not moving. It's moving. Good, good. Open the clutch.
What?
Well, you know, that's natural. When you feel falling, we want to go like this.
Yeah, but I need to make this foot stop wanting to go down.
What? Yeah, by doing that. It's wanting to go down because that's your instinct. It's going to come with time. Don't worry about it. Nope, you're moving, you're moving.
Oh, don't move.
Yeah, make sure it's not moving. Pick up your foot with the bike not moving at all. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Foot up. Open the clutch, open the clutch. That was it. Open the clutch. Smooth stop, smooth stop. Smooth stop.
Am I done?
Go around. No, you ain't done. Go around. Will, come do it again. Woo! Like butter, baby. All right, same thing. Good. Open it up. Nice. Smooth stop. Woo! Good, 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 good. Oh my God. So listen, a broken clock is right twice a day, and so far you did that 2 times in a row. Beautifully. Beautifully. All right. Let's try this again. Good. Keep that preload right there. On that side. Trust and believe, Will. Trust and believe. Preload. Nope, you're moving, you're moving. So what you're doing is you're picking up your foot while the bike's moving. I want you to pick it up with the bike not moving at all. Trust and believe. Preload. Keep it loaded. Foot up. Open the clutch. Foot up. Open the clutch. Oh, that was it right there. That was perfect. Good. Open the clutch. Open the clutch. Smooth stop. All right, one more time. Open the clutch. So now right there, I heard it. Preload is down. That's why we got to make sure we keep it loaded. Listen to that sound. Yep, keep it right there. Preload, give me some more. Keep it right there. Nope, it's going back down. Keep it right there. Foot up. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Foot clutch, open it. There we go, smooth stop. Easy, smooth stop. All right, Will. Yeah, I know. Good. All right, it's another 10. Front brake. You still got your fingers on it. I can listen.
For God's
I can look at the bike and tell when you do it.
Really, too. It's that I told you. It's I gotta get out of my head too. So I cover my front brake all the time.
Yeah, I know.
And I don't think am I covering my right brake, my rear brake like that?
You're covering it, but you're still so used to using that. But see, that's what that's what the push-ups are about. It's us trying to break a habit. That's what we got, So it's got to be some.
That's what the push-ups are about.
It has to be some accountability that helps us break habits.
Why would you got 140 push-ups now?
He can't hear you. He's sitting in the car. All right. Pull the clutch in. You're moving. Don't pull it all the way in. Right before the friction zone. Preload. Keep it loaded. Foot up. Let it out. Good. Let it out. 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 So you know you're keeping it loaded. It's perfect. I don't know if you noticed that, but you're keeping it loaded very steady. So that's perfect. Now all you got to do is
To trust myself.
open up that clutch when you pick up your foot. You got to trust and believe. Comes with time. We'll try one more time. No, there we go. Make sure you're not moving. Foot up. Open the clutch. Foot up. Open the clutch. Foot up. Open the clutch. Open it. Go over there, Loretta. All right, guys, we're going to move on to exercise number 4, right turns, left turns from a stop. See, this is one of those perception is reality thing. I said to Loretta, in this same tone, we're not taking a break yet, let's go. See how he's yelling at me? Because that's how she perceives it. I'm being yelled at. Any questions on trust and believe?
I think he says he does it all the time, so you're just gonna have to keep doing it.
Yeah, he does. And once you actually learn how to trust and believe, you do it without thinking about it, because now this is your new instinct. I feel, this is the here come the hammer. That's what this is. And so I do understand that when you feel now, that's what you want to do. So if I'm telling you to open your hand when you feel it's the opposite of what you would want to do. So I get it. And every part of your brain is saying, open your hand. But as soon as you feel it, that's what you're doing. And I see some of you are getting a little frustrated. I usually say this in the start. You said you don't practice slow speed. You said you don't practice slow speed. And you don't practice slow speed. So you are where you should be. Don't be frustrated. When you practice and practice and practice and still can't get something, that's when you can be frustrated. You've earned the right to be frustrated, okay? Speaking of frustration, welcome to exercise number 4. Right turns, left turns from a stop. And I only say that because this is the highest failure rate out of everything out here. And it's because, what I was talking to you guys about earlier, people don't normally turn their motorcycles. They just go straight and make slight turns. That's how motorcycle riders ride. That's why when they buy handlebars, they don't have to think about them being too high or too wide, because all I'm doing is this. That's the most. And if I have to turn tighter than that, I'm taking the bike for a walk, so it doesn't matter. Well, we already know we're not duck walking out here. So this is 7.5 feet that we're turning into. It's plenty of space, right? It doesn't seem like it at first, but it is, right? When I do this exercise, just like when Q does it, I'm right in the middle when I stop, when we do it from a stop. Sometimes I'm here, sometimes I'm here. 3 things determine the radius of a turn on a motorcycle. Give me one of them.
The space that you have.
3 things determine the radius of a turn on a motorcycle. Speed is 1. It's actually the number 1 contributing factor to wide turns. Speed. Give me another one. Handlebar turn. The more it turns, the tighter the radius. One more. The lean angle. That's right. All those 3 things together, if you do them all to the extreme, meaning your speed is just fast enough and just slow enough, full lock, full lean, you're going to get the tightest turn. But we don't live like that out here. This is not a competition. We're not trying to do anything extreme. So we only have to do a slight handlebar turn unless you wait until the last minute to turn. So when I say I stop here, I can actually go straight first before I turn. When I stop here, I have to start with my handlebars turned. If I stop here, I have to start with my handlebars turned, and now I have to introduce lean. I don't have room to lean, so I got to do trust and believe. I got to let the bike fall, catch it with the clutch. We're not doing that, but I'm saying that as an example of how all of this stuff comes into play. The first time you guys go through here, I want you to go straight through. We're gonna start, what's your strength? Right turns or left turns?
Left turns.
Your strength?
Really sure.
Not sure, okay.
I think it'd be easier to go
Left, okay. Now, it's funny, I asked this question, I just want you to remember your answer. Actually, left, unsure, left. A lot of people are wrong when they get here. Because people don't normally turn like this, when I ask them what their strength is turning, they're thinking about a U-turn. This is a different kind of turn. A lot of the times, for some reason, it's the opposite. We'll see, right? I want you to treat this like it's a gravel, mushy road.
Oh, gravel.
Zero leans. Ah, I love that response. She said, oh, gravel, no, no, no. Remember earlier I talked about practicing gives us options? So when you practice and your confidence is up, and you know that if I ask you to ride on a gravel road, I need you to watch my video I did on riding on gravel. All you have to do is do exercise number 2. Straight up, slow ride. That's all a gravel road requires. And when it's time to make a turn, we don't change anything. Just don't lean. That's the whole point. Don't lean. Keep power to that rear wheel. Drag that rear brake lightly. That's what we're going to do here. That's how you ride on gravel. But when you have that practice and that education and that confidence, you see gravel totally different than most motorcycle riders. They're going to look at it and do what you did. Oh, hell no. Don't worry about that. This is how you deal with that. So again, we're in a training environment, so I'm going to be a stickler. If you lean even a little bit, I'm going to tell you, you're leaning. Because the only way you can lean this motorcycle is if you introduce speed. It's the only way. If you lean going too slow, it's going to fall over. So, straight up, head and eyes. I'm going to have the camera over here, so when you go home and watch it, you can see, because people will tell me, I did have my head and eyes turned. And when you see the side of your face, you know you should see your face looking at that camera. Head and eyes, when you look, keep looking. I do understand motorcycle riders don't like to turn. They don't like the way it feels, unless they have speed. But keep in mind what we talked about earlier. What's keeping the bike up? Power to the rear wheel. Sufficient power. And because we're straight up and we're not doing anything extreme, we don't need a lot of power. We just need to keep it steady. Your preload and trust and believe was perfect. It's like it just stayed at 2,000. Also keep in mind, if you raise your RPMs to, let's say, 3,000, once you get all of this figured out, you're not going to be sitting there for 6 seconds at 3,000. You're going to hear it, and then you're just going to open up the clutch and do what you got to do. So don't worry about that. It shouldn't be at 8,000. But you know what I mean. It's going to fluctuate. I'm having an issue with people in this exercise turning late. And I'm assuming it's because they're trying to make sure that their bags clear this cone. This is the area where people get nervous because they don't like the way it feels, and they do one of two things. They go, oh crap, open up the clutch. What happens to our handlebars if we open up the clutch? If you're already turned and you open up your clutch, what's going to happen to your handlebars? They're going to go straight. Because the motorcycle always wants to go straight. So that's what it's going to do, and that's why people end up, or they get here and go, oh crap, I don't like the way it feels. They pull it in, and then the bike falls right here. I do have to replace these cones, with those kind of cones, because people have put their foot down, and these will slide. That's how we get hurt. So again, if you feel falling, what's the answer? Right? And if you address it as soon as you feel it, it's a small movement. Questions? Okay, I'm gonna do it first, because what we're gonna do is we're gonna go through it first without stopping. Then I'm gonna have you stop. I'm allowing you to stop wherever you want in the confines of this box. I told you where I stop. It's not a competition. If you feel more comfortable stopping here, that's fine. If you want to be over here to make a left turn, that's fine. The more you practice this, the more you're going to realize I'm not pulling a trailer. I don't need all that room. I can be straight up here. I mean, I can be here and make this turn straight up. Just to let you know, your motorcycle, all of these, there's no Indians out here, so the handlebars turn enough. You don't have to do a full lock turn, like I said, unless you wait too long to turn. But this is where it comes in, where I say you should be aware of where your bike is. Now, you don't have your bags on, but if I see that your motorcycle is this close and the bag would have hit, I'm gonna tell you, okay, you started that turn too early, okay? All right, then I'm gonna have you stop, make the turn, and stop. Your goal when you make these turns is to be in the middle. That's the goal. If you're over here, that's fine. If you hit a cone, I don't care if you hit the cones. Just don't stare at them. They don't like that. It's inappropriate, right? I'm not saying don't look at them. I'm a realist. But look and then look in that direction. If you see you're going to go outside of this, I don't want you to just give up and go straight. Stay in the turn. At least that way we can see where you are. And then we can work from there, right? Small goals, like I said, small goals. And then we're going to do the same thing going right. And we'll see what's right, left, blah, blah, blah. Questions? All right, demo. Now I'm going to do it extra slow because I also want you guys to remember this. I saw somebody in this exercise and their hand was going like this on the clutch. What do you think the bike was doing? Right? Then I see people going through here and their foot is on the rear brake like this. Same thing. This is not a mechanical bull. Remember, we drag the rear brake so that it can be smooth. So as it pertains to the clutch, if you keep the throttle loaded, if you find a spot in the friction zone as you're approaching, exercise number 2, if it's good, just keep it there. Set it and forget it. Now you can actually use the rear brake to control your speed in that turn. You don't even have to worry about the clutch. But you could do a little bit of both. It all depends on what you want to do, based on what you feel. All right? Yeah. And I want you to signal the turn. All right, so that speed's good. That's nice. Right in the middle. Then we're gonna do it from a stop. Friction zone, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. Smooth stop. That's nice. Then we're going to do a stop and a stop. Friction zone, friction zone, friction zone, friction zone, rear brake. Look at my foot on the rear brake. Now, the entire time I'm making that turn, all the way up into a stop, do you see a lot of movement in my foot on the brake? No, because I'm dragging it the whole time. So when it's time for me to come to a stop, it's very small amount of travel, right? All right, questions? Remember, when you turn, we don't stop with the handlebars turned. That's how bikes fall. Even if you're using the rear brake, if you stop with the handlebars turned, the bike can fall. Make sure you straighten out before you stop. And how do you make sure you're straightening out? Friction zone, rear brake. The same way you come to a smooth stop straight, that's how you do it coming out of a turn. Friction zone, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. Bing! Nice and easy. All right, let's do it. Good, good. No lean, you're leaning. Now you see he's leaning because he's going too fast. 1 to 2 miles per hour, that's it. If you're going any faster than 2 miles per hour, you're going too fast. He was going too fast, he leaned. It was an impressive turn if I was looking for a lean. Good, good speed. Very nice. Keep that speed up. All right, head and eyes. Good, 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 good. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Like I told him, those handlebars ain't helping either, they're too low. Good. Good, keep that speed's good. That speed's good. Keep it loaded. Friction zone, handlebars, rear brake, you're good, you're good. Rear brake, keep it going. That's what I'm talking about! That's perfect! Straight through, straight through. That's nice. Straight up. There we go, Trevor. That's what I'm talking about. Perfect. Oh. And now you're duck walking. That's another 40. She got another 40 push-ups. She just duck walked. Like it's on rails, man, like it's on rails. Good, stay in the friction zone, rear brake, turn it, friction zone. All right, it's coming, here it comes. How are you gonna make a turn that good and then duck walk the bike around the corner? Good, stay at that speed. Listen to that sound, keep that sound. Friction zone, rear brake, go ahead, you got it.
No.
All right, let's back up.
Okay.
No, keep going.
No, I'm saying okay.
Oh, okay.
So, when would you suggest I start looking back?
I'd be remiss if I didn't tell you how impressed I was with that lap. I was not expecting you to do that on the first try.
Well, I thought I hit it first.
You didn't hit, even if you did, you just don't understand how many people are way out there. So that was good. What comes first, head and eyes or handlebars?
Head and eyes. Your bike is
Exactly.
where you want it
So
to go.
when you, if you're asking me, when should I look? Head and eyes, handlebars. So you're looking right before you're going to turn.
Okay.
So if this was a regular intersection, when would you look? I'm going to look before I commit to that turn to make sure it's okay. So head and eyes, I don't want you to look while you're going straight. Right before you're going to make that turn, head and eyes, handlebars. All right, let's do it.
All right.
Your takeoffs are so much smoother now.
I'm trying to listen to you.
No, you all listen, you're not trying.
You're yelling at me.
Now here we go. Slow down, good. Start turning, slow down, rear brake.
I did it good and then I messed up. No, look at the camera.
It's another 10, Rob. Come to a stop, wherever you want. All right, left turn. Head nice. All right, a little too much speed at the end. Remember, we don't need speed when we feel uh-oh. We just need to introduce some power to the rear wheel. Counter it with that rear brake at the same time. Come to a stop, Mike. Second yellow line. Oh, my bad. I forgot. You're on the road glide. Second yellow line. Yeah, okay. Head nods, Mike. Nice. We ain't stopping yet. Will, don't stop. Straight through. Straight through. Good. Stay at that speed. Speed's good. Head nice. Turn those handlebars. Good. Come. Rear brake. There we go. It's coming. A little bit of a lean, but I'll take it. Straight through. Straight through. Slow down. Good. Keep it loaded. Use the rear brake too. Rear brake. Keep it loaded. Friction zone. She didn't put her foot down. That's all I care about. All I care about. Come to a stop wherever you want. All right, coming to a smooth stop over here. Head nice, Trevor, look at the camera. Whoa, easy, Trevor. All right, let's do that again. Are you happy? That's 20. Second line. All right, come to a smooth stop, Mike. Straighten out. Right in the middle, baby. Right turn's next. And his speed approaching is perfect. Good, that speed's good. Keep that speed. Stay in the friction zone, head and eyes. Rear brake, friction zone. Come to a stop right here. Right here. Friction zone, rear brake. So now right there, as you're coming up, I'm looking at your hand, and I see that you're getting ready to lose your balance, but you're not opening up the clutch at all. You're staying where you are, and that's why you're falling at the end. when you feel that pulling, go into the friction zone to keep that bike true, but use the rear brake at the same time. So in other words, no, you're good. Keep it off.
Okay.
So in other words, sometimes when I'm coming to a stop, I'll stay in the friction zone all the way until I stop. And when I stop, then I pull the clutch in. So sometimes you have to do that because even if it's a second of you not being in the friction zone with the bike going that slow, it's going to want to fall. Okay?
Okay. Now, I remember not to touch the front brake.
I saw. Just I'm telling you, it's baby steps. Now we're making a left turn.
Yelling helps too.
Nobody's yelling at you. Well, sometimes I'm yelling so you can hear me over the motorcycle.
You're not being dramatic, right? Okay. All right.
Nothing here changes. Remember we started with short starts and stops?
Yes, sir.
This is one of the reasons why I told you don't take off too quickly, because I knew this was coming up. So you got this. Preload that throttle, keep it loaded, open the clutch into the friction zone, and when you feel good about that speed, just stay there. When you turn your handlebars, turn your head and your eyes, look at my camera, rear brake, drag that rear brake, Loretta. Good, open the clutch, open the clutch, open the clutch. All right, good. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, friction zone, keep it loaded. Watch that foot. 150. We can't let you go out like that. Let's try it again. Trevor. All right, can't let you go out like that. So one more time, left turn, come to a smooth stop. Look at my camera before you make that turn and keep looking at it. Stop, stop. Start over. That's a balance thing. All right, shut it off. Hey, guys, can you hear me? All right. Sometimes when you're doing this from a stop, initially when you take off, you're gonna wind up going the wrong way. It just doesn't feel good. So in that instance, if you want, open up you know how I tell you slowly release the clutch? Open the clutch a little quicker. Get that bike to stand up. And as soon as that happens, pull it in a little, but also use the rear brake to make sure you're not going too fast. So especially if you're this close, just pop it open a little bit, just to get get that bike to stand up, all right? All right. Watch that foot. All right, right turn's next. You want to try it again? Go around. Go all the way around. You're just not opening the clutch enough, that's all. Reload, reload. We're going the right turns next. He's going to try it one more time. All right, when you open that clutch, keep it open enough. Use the rear brake at the same time. Head nice. Yeah, you're waiting too late to turn. That's what's happening. Whoa! Front brake! All right, you're good, you're good. So he actually locked up the front brake on the cone. Woo! All right. Gotta get more in that friction zone, Trevor. Open that clutch up, open it up. Rear brake, too much speed. All right, it's good, it's good. Right turn's next. Whoa! Yep, straight through. Nice. Perfect speed. He's got that nice big speedometer. 3 miles per hour was the fastest. Excellent, Mike, excellent. You're leaning, see? No lean. Keep it loaded. Good. Open the clutch some more. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Your throttle's too low. Turn those bars. Head and eyes. Look at my camera. See? Your throttle's too low. So this was going to be your tightest turn. I can already tell you right now, you like rights better than lefts. Clearly. Not even a question. What did I tell you? But anyway, the only issue here was the preload. Because look where you are. Look where your bike is. So perfect. Do that again. Listen to that throttle. Do it again except that. Keep it loaded. Straight through. Slow down. Good, good, good. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Friction zone, friction zone. I didn't say speed up. I'll take it though, but you're leaning. And she likes rights better too. Michael? So 2 people that said lefts were their side, rights are better. All the time, man. All the time, guys. Because people don't turn like this. So they think I'm talking about a U-turn when I say, what's your strength, rights or left? Straight through. Yep, I'm looking at a speedometer. 3, 3, 4. Straight through, straight through. Nice. Good, good. Keep it loaded. See, you're leaning again. Good. That sounds good. Keep it loaded. Start turning. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. There we go. Right in the middle, baby. Right in the middle. Copy and paste. That's another 30, 40. 40 more push-ups right there. Get that foot up right away, Loretta. Keep it loaded. Good. Straight up. Start turning. Keep it loaded.
Ah, son of a biscuit!
You're good. What's happening here?
I don't know.
Step away from the motorcycle. Put the kickstand down on the other side.
I was trying to push it.
I know you were.
I can get it.
Yeah, I'm sure you can.
You don't think I can get it?
You can get it when you're by yourself.
Did you see him push me over?
I'm pushing you. I'm yelling at you.
They witnessed it.
Now, what happened here?
I don't know. Crazy.
What keeps the bike up?
Power. I didn't have enough power.
So what did you do? You felt, oh crap, you pull the clutch in. So I always ask people what happened. It's a rhetorical question. The answer is always the same because it's not going to fall with power. Remember we talked about that like an hour and a half ago?
I think it was because I got yelled at for going too fast the last time.
You gotta block that out. You gotta block that out.
You know women remember everything?
That's true, but you gotta block that out.
Record all this stuff. You're not going to play this in the video.
Didn't I tell you that we're going to be in our feelings today?
Push me back so I can do it again.
No.
I can't.
You go around. I want you to turn the handlebars.
Why is it
Yeah, you got to
now?
turn that off first. Now turn it back on. Get it out of
Make
tip
sure I'm in
mode.
first go. Oh, that's what it says?
Yeah, it said tip.
Okay, hold on.
All right, turn the handlebars. You're still going to make this turn from right here.
I know, but I was doing the other thing you told me to do. I got to.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, absolutely.
Okay.
Turn the bars. Don't move yet. Just turn the bars first. Okay, you're going to start from here, just like that.
Really?
Yep, nothing
That
changes.
feels good.
I know it doesn't, but nothing changes. Trust and believe. Once you feel power, keep the bars turned. Keep it turned. Keep it turned.
I don't like it.
Keep it turned. I got to tell her, don't hit my camera. I didn't think I had to say it, but I think I'm going to say it. Second line, Mike. You ain't there yet. All right, there we go. Please finish off that Coke Zero. It's bothering me.
That's my problem right now. I finished off that Coke.
Oh, here we go again. Head nice. Keep it loaded, Mike. Straight through, straight through. What? I don't even know. What? What are you telling? Yeah, so as soon as you go to turn, you should feel it. Immediately your bike starts to fall. So the friction zone, you got to stay in that friction zone.
Yeah, I think my biggest problem is I've got too much of a habit of leaning as I'm turning. And I'm trying
Yeah, it could be. Because when we were leaving that exercise when we left, but it was appropriate to lean right there. I saw you lean way over. So you don't have a problem leaning. Yeah. I tell people all the time, this takes more skill than anything leaning because it's all on you.
Yeah, because leaning these turns is easy.
Oh, of course.
But yeah, trying to do them straight up is way more difficult.
Yep, absolutely.
All right.
Preload. Good, good. Keep it loaded. See, so now right there, you started picking up your feet before the bike moved. That's exercise number 3. If you follow the 5 steps, once it starts to move, then pick up your foot. That's why you were off balance. You sure you want to start it from this close? Because that just makes stuff more difficult. All right. Preload. Give me a good preload and keep it there. All right, slowly release the clutch. Keep that preload up. Preload's dropping. Foot up. Keep it loaded. Now you're leaning again. He's leaning. We don't want lean. It's a gravel road. If this is gravel, he's down. Wherever you want to stop. So the other thing is when you make a right turn, because these bars are so low, once this starts coming into you, it makes it more difficult to try to keep the throttle loaded with your hand like this. So when everything is higher, watch how much easier this is going to be for you. It's going to be so much more comfortable. But that last turn, beautiful. Do it again. Copy and paste. Keep it loaded. Good. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Rear brake. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Woo! Right in the middle. That's what I'm talking about. Copy and paste, Loretta. Not to. Copy and paste what he did. That's 2 taps. That's 20 push-ups. 20 more. Pick up your foot right away. Don't tap the ground. Come to a smooth stop. Friction zone, friction zone. Oh! 20 more. All right. Remember, we got to go back to what we got to go. I know, but we got to go back to what we started with, which is smooth starts and stops. So when you bring in this,
just told him I want to practice that too, but okay.
yeah, definitely. When you bring in that bike to a smooth stop, if it's gonna start going like this as slow as you're going, there's no way around it. You have to go back into the friction zone, but use that rear brake at the same time. All right, all right. Make sure you concentrate on listening to it, the sound, keeping it loaded, and wherever you are in the friction zone, Loretta, just stay in the friction zone. Don't change anything.
I'm doing that. I'm letting it go.
Well, right there, you pulled it in. You took it all the way.
So am I stopping up there too, or am I going?
No, hell no. Right here. This is your stop right here. You want to stop up there?
No.
Exactly. We're not ready yet, but you will be. You will be. It is what it is. We got to crawl before we can
I'm
walk.
in my feelings.
There we go. I told you we were going to be in our feelings. All right. Don't change anything. Slowly release the clutch. Good. Preload, preload. Head and eyes. If you stop yelling, you can get this done. All right, stop. If you're going to do it this way, you got to put your right hand on the left grip. No, that's your left hand on the left grip. Right, left, right.
Like this?
Hey, hold on. We don't want it to go all the way over. Like this.
Oh, the wrong way.
Right hand. So do that. So you're going to be pushing with, hold up. You're going to be pushing with this hand, pulling with that hand, and square your body to the motorcycle. No. Don't go all the way back. Just square your body to it.
Like I'm square.
Yeah. Push, pull, and steps. You got to do them all at the same time.
Push, pull, and step.
And step. Push, pull, and step.
That is not going anywhere.
Okay, so let's try it another way.
Wait, somebody told me to do it like
Yeah,
that.
you can do it like that. Put your butt down there. Put it under the seat. There you go. And just step back. No. Handlebars. No.
Like
Yep, just like that. Put the other hand back here. Pull those bars towards you. There you go. Pull the bars towards you. There you go. Step back. Your butt's too high. That's it. For the interest of saving time, I'm going to take care of this. I forgot to tell you to turn the bike off.
I don't even weigh that much.
Well, it's enough to be heavy for you.
Here we go again. Short, fat, weak. Okay.
I don't know where that's coming from. Short, that's the only thing I said. All right, let me back up.
Okay. I told him that earlier, that y'all told me I was short, fat.
No, I just asked you how tall you were. All right.
All right.
Matter of fact, let's back you up some more. All right. So yeah, you get right here. When you go to make that turn, you don't like the way it feels. You start yelling,
I gotta remember
and then you pull that clutch right in.
I gotta remember that. That's the trust.
That's right.
You
So
have trust issues.
yeah, because as you're moving, well, it's because we're fighting your instincts. It's going to take time. If the bike's moving, you know you're in the friction zone. So just stay there. No, that's fine. It can even be higher. It's fine. Don't worry about that. Good. Slowly release the clutch. Good. Rear brake. Head and eyes. Keep turning. Don't give up. All right. Stop. Brake. First yellow line. No, you misunderstood. I want you here. I want you to the right. You're in the middle. And again, Mike is, you know, we all practice for different reasons. So Mike wants challenges, so I'm giving it to him. So we're gonna have him make a right turn from the right side of this entrance. All right, right turn. So now he's gotta be straight up. If he leans a little bit, his bag's gonna hit the cone. And he's gotta lock it fully. All right, we're gonna try it again. And his balance gotta be right from the start. He don't have the room to give to go straight a lot. There we go. Don't forget to stop. I'll take it. All right. Smooth stop, Trevor, and then you can take a break. All right, stop. So right there, you're making them fight. Before your bike even moves, I see the back of it sitting down because you're entering the friction zone while you're still holding it with the rear brake. All right. Good. Head nice. Keep it loaded, You forgot to stop. Oh, damn. Smooth stop. All right, your right turns are just phenomenal, man. Forget about the middle. You're actually inside of the middle. So just go ahead.
Just trying to keep this at a set RPM is difficult.
That's the thing. It doesn't have to, your goal is to keep it steady. As long as it's not too low, you're fine. So even if it's going up and down, it really doesn't matter. Your clutch is what's controlling the speed. So don't worry about it. I just don't want it too low, because that's why I shut off before. Good, give me some more. Keep it there. Keep it there. Head and eyes, keep it there. That rear brake, so right there, that's a 10 push-ups. That rear brake, you're giving it too much rear brake right there, too much. So you're making it fight. All right. Try it again. Let's go, Loretta. I did, after you. Maybe not. Come on. All right. You feel comfortable starting from right here? Okay. Keep it loaded. Easy on that rear brake. Clutch control, too. Good. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Friction zone. Keep it loaded. All right. You guys can take a break. Oh, hold up. No, you go again. Don't stop. Straight through. Don't stop. Straight through. Good. Start turning.
Wait.
10 push-ups.
Why? Because I stopped.
You just grabbed the front brake to stop.
Did I grab the front brake?
Did you ever? Grabbed it with
Stop that.
Grabbed it with these 3 fingers. The bike dove forward. Did I grab it? Wow. But you know, that's good because that shows you how much it's just a habit.
I got it. But you told me not to do that.
That's right. Well, that's why your husband's chest is going to be huge.
It's just already.
It's going to be huger. I know you could. You did it going left.
I did it right going once. Did I not?
Yeah, you did, but you leaned a little. But I said I'll take it. This is why
I was going too fast?
Yeah. This is why we record these things. Trust me, it's going to help when you go back and watch it. It's a huge learning tool to be able to watch it. Preload. Good. Slowly release the clutch. Nice. Slow down. Good. Keep it loaded. There we go. That's 10. Front brake. All right, come to a smooth stop. Remember, we stop it smooth all day. If you hear me go, hey, smooth stop. That's right, keep it covered. Good, stay in the friction zone. I got some lean. All right, take a break, brother. Nice. As soon as you get into that turn, your RPMs will always go down. I want you to listen to it. It's a good turn though. Come to a smooth stop and you can take a break. Good, head and eyes. Friction zone, rear brake, good. Friction zone, straighten out. Nice, Clover, take a break. Come on, Loretta. Straight through. No stop, straight through. Good, slow down. Stay in the friction zone. What the? 10 more. Your fingers are still on it.
Son of a biscuit! Cut him off!
No, we can't do that. Still need them.
What is that for? They're making me nervous.
Don't worry about them, because you're going that way.
Seriously, like how do you stop it? How do you stop it?
How do you stop what?
Grabbing it. How do you change your...
Repetition, practice. Repetition equals retention. I told you when we started, we're not going to get all of this today. It's going to take time. Trying to undo something you've been doing. Good. Rear brake. Watch that foot. She got the nerve to go like this to me.
What did I do?
I try to help her. She's like.
He was yelling at me again.
Best student ever. All right, hold on. Let me get it.
He said, it's not.
Yeah, you're probably right.
They're gonna be like, dang, how many times did she fall?
No, that's part of what we do out here. All right, take a break.
Ah.
Take a break.
I gotta get my bike back over there.
You got to do what?
Get my bike back over there.
I didn't mean take a break and leave the bike here. I mean have to just take a break.
Bike is in gear.
All right, guys, we're gonna move on to exercise number 5, single serpentine, lean time. Do you remember the? I think it was a show, the tap dance kid.
At the Broadhurst Theater, call 239-6200.
So we're not tap dancing out here today.
I'm not old enough for that.
Oh, okay.
Wait, what?
Any questions about exercise number 4, right turns, left turns from a stop?
No, we're gonna do that again.
Yeah. So again, because it's less of us, I had us go through it more than I normally do. But clearly, if you want to practice these things on your own, which I highly recommend that you do, all of the dimensions are in the description section of every video, right? And on my website. All right, moving on. Exercise number 5, single serpentine. So now this is the first exercise. We are introducing lean. Now I want lean. Let's see who's not going to give it to me. That usually happens. I want it, I don't get it. These cones are 15 feet apart, right? It's plenty of space for what we're going to be doing here. Now in exercise number 4, I told you that when Mike went through, I was able to see his speedometer. 3 miles per hour was pretty much the fastest he went. 3 miles per hour is too slow in here because I already told you, I want you to lean. Can't lean the motorcycle at 3 miles per hour. But I don't want you going so fast that now you can't turn. Because this is not just about leaning and making slight turns, which is what motorcycle riders do. Now we're turning, we're transitioning, transition. And this is relevant when you are emergency braking. Oh crap. We're not gonna be saying, please God, don't let me hit it. Please God, don't let me hit it. We're gonna be like, brake. And because you can't turn like this at 50 miles per hour. But that's why when we're emergency braking, once we get down to a speed range where this is relevant, now we can swerve. But if you don't have the presence of mind to swerve, if this is not a tool in your tool belt, you're not even gonna think to do it. Squeeze and hope for the best. So that's why this is so relevant. I don't want you guys to treat this like a ski slalom. It's not what this is about. And so when Mike went yesterday, I noticed everybody after him, they're trying to do it the same way, nicking every cone. Because it looks like he's going fast because the fluidity is there. He's graceful, right? See how wide my motorcycle is from this cone? So when I start this first turn, I'm gonna dip this motorcycle in and I wanna be closer to this cone than I am to that cone. If you turn late, it's gonna get tight on you as you go up. And because I started out this wide, that's how wide I wanna be all the way down. So I'm not gonna come like this. I don't wanna hug the cones. As soon as I make this turn, I'm swinging out. And as soon as I pass that cone, I'm already turning for the next turn. Wide. Stay wide. If you stay wide, it's going to force you to lean and to slow down. But I don't want you going so slow that you're straight up. I don't want you straight up. I want lean. We don't need a lot of speed to do this, but we can't be going too slow.
Is there a restriction on how wide we can go?
There isn't.
You don't want
Just
to
don't
go
be too
all the
wide.
way over there.
No, I want you wide enough that within reason that makes sense. Because you can't go but so wide. It's only 15 feet apart, right? It's just wide enough so that you're not hugging the cones. I don't want you to hug the cones. I want you to show this motorcycle who's the boss. What this is also going to help us practice is transitioning with a purpose. You know, like we're the boss. We're not going to be turning like this because you're losing space if you do it too slow. Transition, transition, transition. Head and eyes. You guys are going to be coming this way, by the way. Looking at that camera the whole time. Don't look at my cone. Don't stare at them. Your peripheral vision will pick it up. Counterbalance your body. All that means is keep your body straight up and down. Let the bike move under you, right? Remember, we lean at high speeds with the bike. We counterbalance at lower speeds, right? Do we need to counterbalance at lower speeds to get what we need to get done? No. But it definitely feels better when you're going slow to be like this than to be this close to the ground. All right? Questions?
I do. I can't remember.
Okay, I'm going to demonstrate it. And then when I come back, maybe you'll think of it. If not, email me. Dip it. Dip it. Dip it. Head and eyes, straight ahead. Now when I went down there, I didn't use my rear brake at all going down. Because once I find speed in the friction zone, if I'm good, all I have to do is stay at that speed and just turn the handlebars. Boom. I'm not telling you not to use the rear brake, but I'm letting you know that now, because we're doing an exercise where we can use some momentum, I can go in and out of the friction zone if I need to, but if I got a good spot, I can just stay right there. I'm still covering the rear brake because if I need it, I can make a quick correction. Smooth. No, we're still under 10 miles per hour. So no front brake. All right, questions?
I do not. Is it going to be, with my handlebars being a little higher, is it going to be harder to do that?
You tell me. We'll see. I don't think it will be because you're still not doing anything full lock, you know, but you are turning with a purpose. Turn, turn, show this motorcycle who's the boss. All right, let's do it. Good. All right, next set, number 5, nice and wide. Nice, Mike. Very nice. Here we go again. I saw you do it yesterday. Nice and smooth, nice and wide. Oh, see, too much speed here. Too much speed, too much speed. And that's what people have a tendency to do when they get to this exercise. After all of that slow stuff, straight up, now it's time to lean. They figure lean, I can go fast now. No, you still can't go too fast. Good, dip it in. Stay wide, good. Keep it wide, keep it wide, keep it loaded. Nice. Head and eyes, straight ahead. Keep it out wide, slow down, you're going too fast, that's all, don't worry about it. Dip it in, dip it in. Good, dip it in. Dip it in. All right. Go to the U-turn after this. Nice. Guys, don't ask me why Mike is staring into the camera. He's trying to intimidate you for whatever reason, I don't know. Slow down, good. Dip it in, good, dip it in. All right, see. All right, good, good. Dip it in. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Now you're just showing off. Yeah, so what you, initially you were coming in too quick. That was the first time. You corrected it this time. Second time you turned, but you went a little too wide. So the only issue you're having is that friction zone. Like right there, when that bike is coming over like this, all you have to do is open up that clutch and you're good. But once it's going, you're just like, oh boy, I'm going down, going down. All right. Identify and retry, that's what we do. Stay wide, dip it in. Good, dip it in. Good, dip it in, keep it loaded. Dip it in, keep that throttle loaded. Dip it in. There we go. Good, a little bit more speed, good. Dip it in. Lean it in, lean it in. Good, turn the handlebars, lean it in. Turn them, girl. Turn it, turn it, turn it. Dip it in. Good, dip it in. Turn it. There we go. So she's reluctant to turn left for some reason in here. Good, good. Slow down a little, slow down, you're going too fast. Good, good. Dip it in, good. Keep that throttle loaded. Stay in the friction zone, good. Good. Nice, Will. Good, dip it in, dip it in. Slow down, turn it, good. Turn it. Rear brake, you're going too fast. You're good, you're good. All right, all right.
I was looking down.
Yeah, All right, guys, we're gonna head on, we're gonna move on to exercise number 6, the infamous U-turn. I got a long walk, guys. I gotta take the camera all the way over there and then I gotta ride the bike. Ugh. The good thing about this is, anytime you guys have made an error or a mistake, you know what you did. Most of the time you did. That's the key, identify and retry. Now, I do want you to know that if you drop your bike, your confidence always takes a hit. That happens to everybody. You get a little gun shy or whatever. And if you get injured, even more so, right? Thankfully, nobody's been injured. Does anybody have any questions about that exercise? Don't take that exercise lightly. It's so important. You need to be able to control that motorcycle and swerve. Like with you at one point, you're riding right toward a cone this high and you just couldn't stop. You went right into it, bam, and dragged it for a little while. So keep that in mind. I want you to know, because in that moment, you're not in control, right? And the key is to be in control. So if you're ever out of control, we need to identify right away what happened there, what could you have done to get control of that motorcycle. So as Trevor's bike was going around like this, all he had to do was open his clutch and he would have been fine. But he got locked into that and he just took it all the way down. Then I told him he was showing off, doing flips at the end, you know. That was a nice flip, man. He just jumped up. All right, moving along. This is exercise number 6, guys, the infamous U-turn. And I call it infamous because it really is infamous. A lot of people misuse the word infamous and they think they're giving somebody a compliment when they go, there he is, the infamous Robert Simmons. Dude, that's not a compliment. All right, so this exercise, of course, this is very relevant. Everything we do is relevant, but this is something that it's gonna come across all the time. You have 27 feet here. I really don't want you to use all 27 feet. I want you to be at 24 feet at a minimum. That's what a country road usually is. That's what part of an MSF course is, but I just learned today that to pass that course, you need to do a 20-foot U-turn on those kind of bikes though, which is it's easier, it is. So we need to implement the same things we've been talking about. Speed has to be appropriate. What's an appropriate speed to do a U-turn in here, Loretta? Why you keep looking at Mike? All day, you keep feeding her answers, that's why.
It's not feeding me. It's 3 miles per hour.
3 miles per hour, it's gonna fall.
Is it gonna fall?
It's too slow. 3 miles per hour is what we were doing, right turns, left turns from a stop, straight up. But now we wanna incorporate lean. So if we ever wanna lean this bike, we need to be going at least, at a minimum, 7 miles per hour. But I'm gonna give you 8 to 10, right? That's where we need to be. Anything faster than that, it's gonna push you wide, right? Remember we talked about the 3 things determine the radius of a turn? What were they?
Oh, Jesus.
Give me one.
The first one.
Oh, yes, we're in school.
Wait. The radius of the turn
Yeah.
was
What's gonna make that turn tighter?
speed.
That's right, or lack thereof.
Yes.
Handlebar turn. The more you turn, the more it's gonna tight it's gonna,
And
and
then
lean
lean?
angle. That's right.
Okay.
So the good news for you guys is, I don't need 100%. In other words, I don't need you to give me a full lock. I don't need you dragging your footboards. Give me 50% of each. 50% handlebar turn, 50% lean. If you give me that, you're gonna be fine. But I also need you to commit to the lean right away. Right away. Head and eyes, we talked about this earlier. What comes first, head and eyes or handlebars? That's right. So we're gonna turn our head and eyes. Ideally, I'd like you to look at my camera, but not everybody has that kind of dexterity. So turn your head and your eyes as far as you can. As you progress into the turn, eventually your eyes are gonna find the camera. Handlebars come next. When you turn your handlebars as you're turning, you should already be starting your lean, right? And wherever you are in that lean, stay there. Just hold it. Wherever you are in the friction zone, just hold it. The issue is people start changing stuff, and that's when the bike starts doing stuff. The biggest culprit is right before the turn, head and eyes, handlebars, they slow down. And now they can't lean, so now they're straight up making a U-turn. I'm always looking at the light under your motorcycle as you make this U-turn. And what I commonly see is, here's the light, you start your U-turn, and when you get up to the top, you look at these cones and see you're not gonna make it, then I see the light go down. So you're leaning late, you lost a lot of space, so you're gonna end up probably line to line. Again, I'm not asking for anything extreme. Head and eyes, handlebars, lean, hold it. Come out of the lean. And when you come out of the U-turn today, Michael, I want you facing this way. Not like this, not like this. This is again about being in control. So if now we know, all right, Robert wants me to come out straight. If you come out like this, we're gonna say, all right, we're gonna talk about that. How come that happened? And we'll deal with it. First time you guys go through here, we're gonna make a left turn, straight through. This is the 18-foot or less box. Only Mike's gonna be in here, right? That's gonna be if you use the whole 27 feet. That's all this is, right? The whole thing's 27 feet, but this section is 18 feet or less. If you wanna challenge yourself, I'm not gonna waste my breath. Only Mike's gonna be in here. Guys, when you come up here, like some people like to incorporate a dip right before they make the left. If that works for you, fine. I don't do that. It's very rare that I do that because I don't do that out in the real world. If I need to make a U-turn, I turn my head and my eyes and I just make the U-turn, right? So first time, left turn. Second time, I'm gonna have you stop. And then you're gonna make a U-turn from a stop. You can still go straight first. Head and eyes, handlebars, nothing changes. And then lastly, you're gonna stop, make the U-turn, stop, right at this line. Smooth stop all day today. So guys, if I ever say to you, hey, what happened to my stop? No, it doesn't mean now it's an emergency. Smooth stop. And then we're gonna do the same thing going right. Questions? All right, I'm gonna demo it and then you guys can have at it. Now the first time I go through here on the demo, I'm not gonna use any brakes. I'm gonna get my speed. As I'm approaching that U-turn, I'm gonna get it to a speed that I know is appropriate for this U-turn. I'm gonna turn my head and my eyes, and I'm gonna turn the handlebars. I'm gonna commit to the lean right away. It's gonna be a nice 24 whatever foot U-turn. All right, that's 8 miles per hour. I like that. Nice and easy. When I ask you to come to a stop, it's a smooth stop. Friction zone, friction zone, friction zone. Bing. All right. Now right there, when I first started to make that U-turn, I felt that I was too much in the friction zone. And I felt it was gonna keep pushing me out wide. All I did was pull a clutch in a little bit, and I felt my handlebars go just like that. The faster, the more power you put to the rear wheel, your handlebars always wanna straighten out. All right? All right. Lastly, a stop and a stop. Smooth stop. Now right there, that was a screw up. I didn't commit to right away. My balance was off, and I told Mike that yesterday. Mike came out of a U-turn, and he was facing a little bit of the wrong way. And it's because if you don't commit to the lean right away, when you're trying to make a tight turn, now you have to overcompensate by leaning a lot, and it creates a swoop. And it's harder to come out of a swoop smooth. So right there, yeah, I stopped smooth, but I had to work extra hard to do that. All right, questions? Those are first world problems, by the way. All right, let's do it. Nice. A little bit of momentum there. All right, Trevor, that was good. But that's also a momentum U-turn. I can always tell the difference between a momentum U-turn and a U-turn where you're letting the friction zone pull you through it. I want you to let the friction zone pull you through this U-turn. All right? All right. Good. Get the speed up. Head and eyes. Handlebars. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Nice. Nice. Now right there, William, he should be counterbalancing. That would help him. Good, head and eyes, keep it loaded, stay in the friction zone, keep your eyes over here. You're looking there, that's why you're going there. If you look there, you're gonna go there, straight through. Perfect. All right, head and eyes, too much speed, too much speed. Yeah, too much speed. Good, stay at that speed, head and eyes. Nice, nice and easy on that rear brake. That's why you see his bike going like this in the middle of the turn. He's smashing at the rear brake. That's another 10. Good, stay at that speed, stay at that speed. Head and eyes, look at me, keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Friction zone, keep turning, keep turning. Friction zone, friction zone. You're just coasting, you gotta stay in the friction zone. Yeah, so she started coasting. You gotta stay in the friction zone. Mike is off camera helping people out. All right, U-turn. Straight through, straight through. All right, U-turn. So right before you're gonna make that turn, you speed up. Yeah. You don't need that extra speed. The speed that you're coming is perfect. Just stay there and you're good. All right, U-turn, straight through. Good, head and eyes. Keep it loaded, friction zone. See still. Speed, speed, I don't want the speed. He speeds up all the time. I don't want that speed. All right, so I know a lot of us learn better visually. Trevor, even when you're doing it from a stop, right before you make that turn, as soon as you turn your handlebars, you just introduce speed, and that's why you're wide. You don't need speed to keep this bike from falling. I'm gonna make some U-turns. I'm gonna put this bike all the way over so that the boards are dragging the ground. Clearly, I'm not gonna be going too fast because I can't stay in a certain parameter going fast. But I'm doing this to show you speed is not what's keeping the bike up. Just power and keep it there. If the bike starts. Okay. That's 8 miles per hour. Now, if I'm gonna lean the bike that extreme, it's all dependent on that power. If I pull it in too much, it's gonna fall. If I open it, it's gonna go wider. So all I'm asking you to do is give me a slight lean and a slight handlebar turn. So I know it feels more comfortable to introduce speed, but you don't need it, okay? All right, let's do it. Nice smooth stop. Nice. Man, if you don't leave here with anything else, the stops are on point. All right, straight through, nice smooth stop. Good, head nice. Good, good, good. Straight through, beautiful. go, Loretta. She thought she was watching the show. She got the bike off, she's leaning. Straight through, good. Slow down, head nice. Turn the bars, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Keep it loaded, open the clutch, keep it loaded. All right, so we gotta make a mental note of how wide her U-turn is, and that's where she can work from. This is the furthest I want you to go forward. Make this turn. In front of me. I'm gonna stand here. I'm not gonna stand right in front of you, but trust and believe. Woo! That's it. Yeah, man. All right, all right. Work in progress. Come to a smooth stop over here. Keep that keep the clutch smooth, wherever it is in friction zone, just keep it nice and smooth. Preload. Good, keep the preload right there. Good, head and nice. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, easy. Yeah, so you felt that right there. I said rear brake, nice and easy. All right, right turns next. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to teach your son how to stop smooth. I can see that.
I've been trying. This is number one concentration. Right?
Yeah.
Just trying to be smooth.
All right, so your U-turns are looking good. Right now you're turning and you're doing this a little bit with the handlebars. That's it. But remember, it's nice and smooth on that rear brake. I want you to come to a smooth stop over here. Preload. Keep it loaded. Good. Foot up. Head nice. Keep it loaded. Rear brake. Rear brake. Keep it loaded. Good job, man. Right turns next. Slow down a little. Go ahead, head and nice. Open the clutch. Open the clutch. Open the clutch. Keep it open. Keep it open. Keep it open. All right. We see where we are. Mike, right turns. So she sees she's out there. That's where she starts from. She'll work on that. Right turn. Why are you stopping? Straight through. Rookie. Good. Head nice. Handlebars. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. You don't need speed. I'll take it. We don't need speed. Straight through. Good. Head nice. Handlebars. Give me some more speed. Some more speed. There we go. There we go. Good. Easy. Straight through. Straight through. Keep on going. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Go in the friction zone. Head and eyes. Turn the bars. Turn the bars. Rear brake. Rear brake. You're good. We see where you are now. I don't understand why I had to do that to go brakeless. Go brakeless right here. Keep that speed. Keep that speed. Head and eyes. Not bad. Definitely likes rights better than lefts. But he's still picking up speed in that U-turn. Otherwise, it would be even tighter. That's something he can work on now. More speed, more speed. All right, head and eyes. Counterbalance, counterbalance. Keep it low. You're looking at those cones. Good. Head and eyes. Keep it loaded. Rear brake, rear brake, rear brake, rear brake. Good, good. Hold it, hold it, hold it. There we go. You going brakeless in here? Do it brakeless, straight through. Brakeless. Brakeless. All right, U-turn, straight through. You're still picking up speed in that turn. You're definitely more comfortable right than left. There's no doubt about it. All right, let's try it. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded. That's another 10. So that time he let the bike fall. He's not in the friction zone, so it's going to fall over. He's letting it fall over. Beautiful. All right, right turn. That time you were staring at those cones. That's why you went right to them. Good. Friction zone, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. Easy with the speed. That's what pushed him out that wide. The U-turn was going to be a lot tighter than that. And then all of a sudden, all that speed pushed him out, so right on the cone. Good. Head nice. Turn the handlebars. Rear brake. Rear brake. Stay in the friction zone. Look at me. Look at me. Come on. Come on. Rear. Slow down. Slow down. Good. All right. Right turn. This is the furthest you can go. Keep it loaded, buddy. Good job. All right, right turn, come to a smooth stop. Preload, good. Stay in the friction zone, friction zone. Rear brake, rear brake. Yeah, so the last time you went, you leaned the bike over a lot.
Yeah.
Not enough friction zone, so that's why it felt like it was gonna fall. But you saved it. All right, good job. All right, come to a smooth stop. Good, preload, good. Friction zone, friction zone. Good, hold that turn, hold it. Straighten out, smooth stop. Not bad at all. Not bad at all, Will. All right, U-turn from a stop.
My U-turn or your?
No, your U-turn. That's why I took, that last one was good. I told you hold that turn, hold it. Because we got to get a threshold here.
We have to.
So we see where you are, and now we're just going to work on tightening it up. Why are you that far out?
Because I don't feel comfortable when my head's out.
So in other words,
We've already talked about it actually. They're getting
okay,
into the handlebars.
okay, good. All right, aside from the handlebars, how about leaning more?
Oh, well, okay, I gotta get past the fear of thinking of, well, that's why we did that.
That's right, you ain't going to fall as long as you're in the friction zone. Once this bike starts moving, Loretta, wherever you are, stay there. If it's not enough, I'll let you know, give me some more. But once we start moving, wherever you are, just stay there.
Okay.
And turn those handlebars and lean. All right, let's try it.
Trust that I'm not gonna die.
That's right, trust and believe.
We're gonna practice more than
Good, good, head and eyes. Too much speed, rear brake, turn it. Go ahead, don't worry about it. Turn it, rear brake, come to a stop. Smooth stop. I'll take it. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to exercise number 7, figure 8. You guys got any questions? U-turns? We know what, and I love the fact that, so Loretta was telling me, my issue is this, my handlebars. So I said, okay, so if we don't have one thing, we have to compensate for it with something else. So if we don't feel comfortable turning our handlebars, we gotta lean more. Then she said, okay, but then I'm worrying about, and as soon as she said that, she stopped right there. She said, we just did that. She said, I was worried about falling. You're not gonna fall as long as you keep sufficient power to the rear wheel. So this is what I mean when I say, that's why when I ask people if you practice, sometimes I'll ask them, well, what are you practicing? Because if you don't really know what you're doing, yeah, it's always gonna be scary. If you know why you're not being able to do something, you can just work on that. It makes it much easier. So that's excellent, excellent. And I told you about the speed. You're surprising me. I wasn't expecting that in here, right? But again, like I said, keep those handlebars turned more. We got to be easier on that rear brake, and we're money. And you guys see, I'm pushing Mike to do things that he's out of his comfort zone, but I know he could do it. I told him to make a U-turn in the 18-foot box, but I don't let him go forward much. I said, this is the most you can go forward. And he goes, really? I had him do it brakeless. He took out cones, but I forgot it's on his weak side too. But I saw him I asked him to do the same thing, but it was left when we were in Tennessee. I said, do a U-turn brakeless in 18-foot, bam, did it with no problem. So just gotta get out of his head too. This is what I'm trying to show you. There's all different skill levels that come out here and practice. We practice for different things sometimes. He's doing stuff that none of it's necessary, none of it, right? For me to ask him to do something brakeless is just a challenge out here because I would never do that out in the real world. What does the brake give us? Control and correction. Why would I take that away in the real world? Okay, all right. We're gonna move on to exercise number 7. This is the figure 8, guys. This exercise is the same width, obviously. You saw me break down the other one and put this together like that. We're dealing with 27 feet. 46 feet with the length, all right? When you guys come in here, I want you to keep in mind what we just finished doing. Obviously, it's relevant here. This is your entrance. That's your exit. Double cones. Go in between them, right? You're coming through here. You're gonna come to the corner, not the immediate corner, somewhere in this vicinity. Because obviously, the closer you come here, the sharper you're gonna have to turn. So, keep in mind, everybody's not gonna need all of this space, but if you need it all, use it all. Turn this far away, you're gonna have to make up for it over there. So I want you to come all the way over here. Head and eyes, I want you to look at that green cone. Turn your handlebars, go for it. I want you to hold this turn. Come all the way up here, use all the space that you have. Once you get here, 12 o'clock, look at that green cone. Go, go. Hold it, hold it, hold it. People have the tendency to want to start coming out of the turn right here because they think they're going to that corner. Negative. Hold the turn. Because if you go to the corner, it's going to make your next turn tight. But if you hold it and go to the side, head and eyes transition, now we're going to go for that green cone. Now look at all that space that you have. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Head and eyes, hold this turn. Hold it, friction zone. Stay in the friction zone wherever you are. If you need the rear brake, drag it. 12 o'clock, I'm going to switch eyes from that cone to that cone. So I'm going to that cone again. I'm using all the space that I have. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Don't start coming out here. Hold it. Head and eyes, transition. I'm going back to that cone. You're going to do it twice. Go back around. Hold it. Head and eyes. Cone. 12 o'clock. Cone. Transition. Don't wait too long to transition. You're going to end up going outside. Also, just like we did in exercise number 5, don't transition like this. Transition. It's not an emergency, but you know, transition like you're the boss of the motorcycle. Head and eyes, transition. And then you exit out. You do it clean, you get a ka-ching. If you don't know what a ka-ching is, you're going to find out. Any questions? I'm going to run through it because sometimes people are like, oh, what the hell is he talking about? What is it?
Well, I'm already again, because I'm crazy in my head, right?
Uh-huh.
So if I'm already saying, well, I can't do the U-turn, then I'm going to screw this up. I'm not going to be able to stay in this box.
Glad you said that.
Stay in that box.
Here's what I want you to do. I want you to come in here. Same thing. Come all over. I'm going to be standing over here. Head and eyes, handlebars. Turn the handlebars. I want you to hold the turn. I don't care if you go outside these cones. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. I want you to come to that green cone or close to it. Hold this turn. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. And when you're facing this direction, I want you to straighten out and I want you to come to a smooth stop. That's what I want you to do.
With my rear brake.
That's not a question. I'm sure it's not. So, and I do that for people that have an issue. The last thing I want you to do if you're struggling with a U-turn is make one and then try to make another one. No. But the more you practice that, your goal is to get closer to this side of this green cone. Because once you do that, now you can start focusing on going in the other direction. But if you're making the turn and ending up right here, you're never going to make that, right? So that's all I want you to do. And again, I don't care if you're going outside these cones. Don't look at them. Don't stare at them. Turn your head and your eyes. Look at me and come to me because I'm going to be standing right there.
You just said look at the green cone.
Yeah, look at the green cone when you're turning from over there. But once you have to transition at the 12 o'clock spot from there to here, I'm going to be standing there.
Okay.
Come to me. Look at me. Come to me.
Okay.
All right? Questions? All right, let me run through it. Mike, run through it. It's an equivalent.
Are you going to ask him later, like, why did you bring her here?
No, absolutely not. I'm
You
very
didn't
happy.
say
I'm
that.
very happy that you're here.
Make it wide.
Make it wide the first one, tight the second one. So Mike's gonna run through it for me. He's riding the same motorcycle, same skill level. So, and he is the host of this whole practice session. So I can't think of anybody better to do it than Mike. He's gonna, the first time he asked me, do you want me to do it wide? The first time he goes through, he's gonna use all of the space provided. Then he's gonna tighten it up. Then he's gonna exit on the ka-ching. All right, here he comes. So, speed is perfect. Idle is good as far as the preload. Dragging the rear brake a little bit. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Good. Transition. Perfect, perfect. Now he's gonna tighten it up. Notice, listen to his engine. That hasn't changed, right? Beautiful. Boom. So nothing changes. Only thing that changes is how much he turns his handlebars and how much he leans. All right, we're gonna get Trevor in here. All right, slow down, head and eyes. Too much speed, slow down, good, good, hold it, transition. Good, hold that turn, keep it up, keep it loaded. Keep it loaded, your throttle's low. All right, it's over. The throttle's too low. All right, head and eyes, keep it loaded. Hold that turn, hold it, hold it, hold it, transition. Keep it loaded, keep it loaded, keep it loaded. You're good, you're good. Head and eyes, come over here. Hold it, keep it loaded, keep it, hold it, transition. Good, hold that turn. Hold that turn, look at me, good, good, good. Hold it, transition. Keep it loaded, friction zone, friction zone. Get the exit. Awesome. Let's do it, girl. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Turn. Turn. Go ahead. Go and start it over. Start it over. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Head and eyes. Turn. Turn it. Turn it. You're going too slow. You're going too slow. Gotta get that speed up. Come on. Come on. Come on. Turn. Turn it. Keep it loaded. Open up the clutch. Open up the clutch. Open up the clutch. Hold the turn. Hold the turn. Hold the turn. Slow down. Where you going? Good. Slow down. Head and eyes. Turn it. Slow down. Slow down. Rear brake. Drag it. Drag it. Drag it. Transition. Too much speed. Too much speed. Good. Hold that turn. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Transition. Good. Nice. Hold that turn. Good. 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 So you went to the corner. Good. 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 Look at the exit. Good. Hold that turn. Come on, come on, come on. Transition. Nice. Stay in the friction zone. Stay in the friction zone. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Hold the turn. Keep it loaded. Your throttle's low. Give me some more preload. Good. Hold that turn. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Look at the exit. Look at the exit. Woo! Slow down. Good, good. Keep speed up. Head and eyes. Turn. Hold that turn. Hold it. Hold it. Good. Hold the turn. Good. Hold the turn. Hold it. Don't speed up. Hold the turn. Smooth stop. Where are you going, woman? Too much speed. Yeah, too much speed. So when you make a right turn, man, you don't have a problem at all. That when you go back and watch this video, watch how tight that right turn is that you make at the kickstand. I mean, that was a really nice tight turn. Like, and the last time you went through, instead of holding the turn and going to the side, you came out right here, and I was like, oh man, that's gonna be tight. You did that with no problem. All right, guys, we're gonna move on to exercise number 8, offset double serpentine. So, Will, you're a ringer.
I know. You've done a good
You are a ringer. Wasn't expecting that. So, and again, I can't wait for you to go back and watch this. I at some point, do I want a little bit more lean from you? Yeah, because I want to see the confidence in that. But again, this is day 1, man. And in day 1, you have done, I want you to keep all of this in mind, because at the end of this, I'm going to ask you about your number. In day 1, you've done the exercise with the highest failure rate. You've done a U-turn. You've done a bunch of stuff. And your stops are butter smooth, man. So, excellent. Now, your boy over here clearly does. I told him you don't have an issue at all leaning that bike, especially going to the right. Like I said, hey, he ain't going to make that. And, man, he made a tight turn, right? This is all about fine-tuning throttle control, friction control, clutch control, and that rear brake. Like one time he was making a turn and I said, all right, a little bit of pressure and the bike's hit. Because he just went like that. He heard brake and said brake, right? And then Loretta said, okay, I just wanted you to hold the turn. I just wanted to get you comfortable holding the turn. Hold it, and then come to a smooth stop. She said, screw your stop. Just kept going.
Did you tell me to stop?
Yes.
I'm sorry.
That's okay. That's okay. But that's good. I just wanted you, I need you to feel comfortable holding that turn.
And I got,
Yeah, and you did that though. Hold it, hold it, hold it. All right. Anybody got any questions about that? All right, good. So holding the turn, that's going to bring us to this. Very relevant because that's all we're going to be doing here. This is exercise number 8, the offset double serpentine. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 gates. 7 gates that you're going to go through. Loretta, you're going to go around the gates. Okay. You're going to go around the green cones, right? I'll explain in a second. You guys, when you come in here, Mike's going to be demonstrating this. And that's why Mike's bike is facing like this, not like this. Because yes, this is the next gate. Good observation, Will. But that's not why he's facing this way, because he's not going straight to the gate. Because if he does that, he can do it. But now, in order for him to make this turn without being past this next gate, he's going to have to lean the crap out of the motorcycle. So we're going to be doing figure 8s again. As soon as you come past this gate, remember exercise number 5? We dip the bike. That's what you're going to do. As soon as you pass here, dip. You're going to come over here. Head and eyes. You're going to look at that gate and you're going to go for it. Favor the outside cones. So I don't want you going around these cones like this. You should be all the way over here. And when you get to this gate, your motorcycle should be facing like this way or even this way. Whereas if you come right to the gate, your motorcycle is like this. You don't want to be like that. You want to be like this. And as soon as you get to this gate, head and eyes, look at the gate you came from. Hold this turn. Hold it. Hold it. You don't want to come out here. No. Hold it. Head and eyes, transition. So every time you're going to make a turn to a gate, your motorcycle shouldn't be facing it. You should be facing it. It doesn't have to be extremely this way, but you shouldn't be facing it. And this happens all the time. I tell people to come in here, dip to the right, hold that turn, and then make the left. And here's what I get. Come through, dip, that's enough. And then they still end up coming this way. Hold that turn. They're thinking they're not going to be able to make this turn if they hold it, but you can. If you go out wide, head and eyes, you'll be fine. Hold it. Head and eyes, look at the gate I came from. Hold it. Hold it. Don't start coming out. Hold it, head and eyes, transition. If you're doing it, when you're doing it at speed, you're not holding it that long. Head and eyes, transition. At no time are your handlebars straight in this exercise, right? Keep your speed constant, and you're not gonna have any problems. If you need the rear brake, light pressure. Wherever you are in the friction zone, stay there. Listen to your preload. Turn your head and your eyes, and counterbalance on the turns. Head and eyes, handlebars. Head and eyes, handlebars. Nice and easy. Questions?
What's the distance on these?
I want to know how that's relevant.
Because over there you told us.
Oh, hold up. So for you, they're going to start coming through these gates. You're going to start right where your bike is perfect. You're going to come around this green gate. I don't care if you use the whole parking lot. We're going to do this. And I'm going to tell you when to turn. Don't turn before I tell you to turn. Head and eyes, you're going to come through here, dip to the right. Hold that turn. Hold it. Hold it. We're going this way. And then we're going to transition. Now you're going around this green cone. Hold this turn. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Keep holding it. Keep holding it. Keep holding it. Keep holding it. And we're doing it like this so you don't have to make any tight turns. Head and eyes, handlebars. Now you're going to go around this green cone. So on and so forth. I'm going to walk with you while we're doing it. Just hold the turn.
That's the hard part.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I want you to do it. I want you to feel comfortable because again, once you find a spot in the friction zone, it's not going to drop. You know this. We talked about it. We signed a contract. So we know it's not going to drop. It's not going to drop. Guaranteed or your money back. How much you pay for this?
Who, me?
How much you pay for this course for her today? How much did you pay for this? How much did you pay for this course today for her?
$300.
How much did you pay for the course?
Today.
You know what? Robert?
How much did you pay?
The value is
No, I get it.
means, right?
But how much did you pay?
300.
Well, who paid for this? All right, I'm gonna go down that road. But
They care about me. They love me. They want me out here riding and be safe.
you're messing up my whole analogy by saying you didn't pay. Anyway, the point is your money back. I'm giving you a money back guarantee. If this bike falls while you had sufficient power to the rear wheel, money back guarantee.
Give my money.
Well, it's got to happen first, right? All right, so we clear? All right, Mike.
They care. I need to be able to do this.
Listen, my name is Paul. That's just between y'all. Nice. See, holds his turn. Hold it, transition. And look at that. It's an abundance of space when you do it like that. He's favoring the outside cone. Nice and smooth. And you don't have to lean as much as he's leaning. Excellent. It's an abundance of space when you hold the turn longer. If you do it wrong from the first one, it's going to screw you up at some point down there. It's going to start getting tight. You're going to start passing the gate you want to go through. All right? All right, Trevor, show them how it's really done. Ah, okay. Oh yeah, Sunday. Head and eyes, come to me. Slow down, slow down. All right, too much, too much. Yeah, come right back in, come right back in. Hold it, transition. There you go. Hold that turn. Slow down. Too much speed, too much speed. So that's, Trevor's got to deal with that speed. Anytime he starts to turn that bike, he introduces this abundance of speed, and that's just not going to work out. It's going to push him out wide. Good. Good. Keep it loaded. See, now right here, William is past the next gate because he's not holding the turn long enough, and that started right from the beginning. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. All right, yep, couldn't make that last one. It's gonna catch you eventually. Here we go again. She ain't even on the bike. Around that green cone and come to me. Good, turn, hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition. Hold that turn. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Transition. Good. Hold that turn. Hold it. You're good. Hold the turn. Hold it. All right, you're screwed. You're screwed. Start over. We were doing good, too. Look at that turn. That was nice. She likes rights better than lefts. Let's go, Trevor. Oh, Mike, you going? You just went too wide, that's all. That was good, though. That was good. Go straight to the gates, Mike. Straight to them. So even going straight to the gate, see how he's swinging out wide, holding it? He's still holding it, just not as much. Very nice. Watch the speed, Trevor. Watch the speed. Nice, Mike. Good. Hold that turn. Transition. Watch the speed. Too much speed. Good. Hold that turn. Transition.
Trying to correct too much.
Yeah, yeah. And when you start leaning over more, for some reason you just don't open that clutch and it just goes right down.
Yeah.
So William, you see how as you were going down it started getting tighter? That's right from the start. You didn't hold that turn long enough. Actually, that's not true. The second turn you did, you didn't hold long enough. So when you make this first turn, you come around, hold it, hold it. The second turn, hold it, hold it. Keep them wide. All right. Kickstand, kickstand, kickstand. Kickstand, kickstand. Whoa, start over, start over. All right, nice and wide. Hold this turn, hold it, hold it, hold it, transition. Hold that turn, hold it, transition. Transition like you mean it. Transition and slow. Good, hold that turn, hold, transition. Keep the speed up, hold that turn, hold it, transition. Transition faster. Good, hold that turn, hold it, transition. There we go. Easy. Hold the turn, hold it. Keep it loaded. There we go. Good, head and nut. Slow down, slow down. Stop, stop, stop. Start over, start over. Well, not only that, look how close you are to that cone. You're supposed to be all the way over here. I said, come to me. So look at me. So go around and come right back. Slow down. Good. Come to me. Hold that turn. Hold it. Slow down. Transition. Good. Good. Hold that turn. Slow down. Hold the turn. Hold it. Transition. Slow down. Rear brake. Good. Hold the turn. Hold it. This is the turn that keeps getting you. Good. Hold it. Hold the turn. You're good. Slow down. Come on. I didn't say to turn the other way. Hold that turn. Hold it. Slow down. Too much speed. It's Snowman. I don't know why you keep coming from me, Trevor. Yeah, I was about to say, we can hold it. What you're doing is, you're leaning the bike all the way over without enough power going to the rear wheel. You're not in the friction zone enough. So that's what I mean when I say, yeah, you don't have a problem leaning, that's great. But then you don't give it what it needs to stay up, all right? But it has been eventful for me today. Dodging you. All right, let's try it again. Good, dip it in, friction zone, good. Transition. See right here, he's going right for the gates. See how tight it's getting? And that's because you didn't hold it long enough. So when you made this turn, you kind of made it like this, when you should be making it like this. Try it again. All right, Loretta, the next time you go, if I don't say turn, don't turn. All right. Come to me. Hold it. Transition. There we go. Hold that turn, slow down. See that speed right there, transition. Yeah. That speed took you out wide. Come to me, hold it, transition. Keep your speed up, your speed's too slow, Will. Keep it loaded, hold that turn. Transition. Good, hold that turn, hold it, transition. Keep it loaded. Good, keep it loaded. Watch your foot. All right, that was 10, 20, 30. Yeah, 10, 20, 30. Okay. All right. So when you're going through this exercise, you're going very slow. But, like I said, this is day one. And also your RPMs are low. Clearly they are, because that's what happened there, and then you pull the clutch in. So you want to keep the RPMs up. I feel funny even saying this. I'm letting you know what's happening, but this is the first day, man. You are so far ahead of the curve. So good job, man.
All right, thank you.
You ready, Loretta? You ready? Okay, let's do it. Slow down. Come on, hold it. Transition. Good, keep that speed, just like that. Keep it loaded. Stay in the friction zone, hold the turn. Slow down, hold it. Why are you turning? I didn't say turn. That's another 10. Come back around one more time. Last time. It's okay, come around. Good. Stay right there in the friction zone. Good. Transition. Too much speed, too much speed. Ready? All right, let's do it. No, you come on. Good, hold the turn, watch the speed, watch the speed. Hold the turn, hold it, transition. Keep the speed up. Head and eyes, look at me, good. Hold that turn, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Oh, what? I didn't tell you to turn. All right, guys. We're gonna move on to exercise number 9, final numbered exercise, Abominable Snowman. Let's do it. I wanted you, remember I said don't turn until I tell you to turn. But I understand. I deal with this all the time. People are looking at the situation and they're saying, screw him.
That's not what I'm saying.
I'm kidding. Or they're saying, he must have forgot to tell me because I know what I'm seeing. I need to turn now. But no, that's why I said just wait for me to tell you to turn because I need you to hold it as long as possible so your next turn is not sharp. And when you turn too early, that's why you wind up going past the other gates. Some of them are having the same issue. It's all about holding that turn. So the rules don't change as far as what we're doing in that exercise. You just have more space to do it, that's all. Will's already, again, you can identify, he already said, I'm going too slow, right? So he's kind of straight up while he's doing it. But again, I told him, and I'm gonna tell you, it's day 1. You just don't understand how far ahead you guys are. All of you, day 1. Yeah, you too, day 1. You watch my video, you'll see. Anyway, welcome to exercise number 9. This is the last numbered exercise, but not the last exercise. This is the Abominable Snowman. So we have 4 circles. The green cones are just separating the circles. That's all they're there for. What I'm standing in now, this is 27 feet. Keep in mind a circle is tighter than a box. So we have 27, 25, 22, 18. 18 is excessive. I'm gonna tell you that right now. So there's mine. So what's the key to this? First of all, I want you guys to do this twice at a minimum. The first time, whatever way you want to go, like it looks like you like right turns better than left. Actually, you too. Didn't I tell you guys? All of you said left. Well, you said you didn't know.
No, he said he didn't know.
Oh, you say you know. Oh yeah, left, and your right turns were better over here. All right. So if you know you feel more comfortable turning right, start left in the biggest circle, right? But there's no obligation to go further than here. So it's not even an obligation to do this if you don't want. But if you're gonna start right, placement, this way I want your wheels. Now I said from the start, if you're riding a Road Glide, you have no clue where your front wheel is. And I told Loretta when she first got here, she damn sure don't know where it is because she's 5'2 and a half. So I'm 6'1", I don't know where the front wheel is. So placement, I want you to be in the vicinity of here. So when I say the vicinity, I'm not talking about being here because remember this is a circle. So if you give up this space here, you gotta make it up over there. Placement. Hug them. I want you to hug these 2 cones. And then when you get to the top, commit to the lean. This is where you're gonna commit. If you place your wheel properly and then commit right here, whatever you give up here, it's gonna catch you here. So for some people, 27 feet, they don't have to worry about actually placing the wheel right here. But I'm gonna ask you, Mike, that when you come in here, I want you to place the wheel right here and hug them because you have to practice where the hell is this front wheel. And over time as he practices this, you don't have to see it to know where it is. He can judge it based on where his fairing is and what he can see. Placement, hug them, commit. If that's all you want to do, go around twice, 3 times, whatever you want. This is your entrance and your exit. Go right back out. Should you want to keep going, go around, go through these cones. Placement, hug them, commit. And when I say commit, once you hug those cones and commit, try to stay along the cones. If you do that, you're fine. You don't have to lean a lot. Nothing's excessive. But you got to turn the bars and you got to lean, right? That's why this is exercise number 9. And that's why I have people that used to come to my practice sessions, security Bill. Every week or every 2 weeks, he would do something extra. But he would shut down at exercise number 4. All right, I'm done. He would go home, he would practice, come back, 1 through 4, done. But he would practice the stuff while we were still going forward. And then eventually, he would do 5 and 6. I love that. If you,
Not that I need to be worried about.
yeah, because you're not gonna, this is not even gonna work for you the first one, but we're still gonna try it. We're still gonna try. We always have to try because we all learn differently. And what I mean by that is, like when we do follow the leader later, there's people that may have struggled all day. They couldn't make a U-turn to save their life. And then we do follow the leader and they're right in the box. For some reason, they can follow somebody doing it, but if they're in there by themselves, it's not working out. We all learn differently, right? And the beauty about this is this has nothing to do with your height, weight, intelligence. You could be as dumb as a box of rocks. This is all motor skills, right? That's all this is. All right. Woo, it's getting a little warm, chaps. All right. Any questions? All right, Mike. Placement. Hug him. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. That's all we're doing. Placement. Hug him. Commit. Hold it, hold it, hold it. Placement. Hug him. Commit. Michael? Huh? So we say this all the time in Preloader Nation, if we're ever accused of showing off. Why are we showing off? We're just riding the motorcycle as it was intended to be ridden.
I know that's good. It's quite impressive, sir.
Thank you. And you know what?
I like it.
I get it. I get it. So as we were going through there, I just looked at the back of his bike. And I didn't look at anything else. And it just made the turn feel effortless. So I understand now why sometimes people do better following somebody.
You guys have never done that before?
Well, not with these two bikes. I had to do it because we got the same bike. I had to go in there with him.
That was so cool.
Did you see how close I got
To what?
to the cones on the 18? Did you notice or not?
No, I'm not looking at no damn cones. The video will see it.
No, that's why I had Rob to look for me.
Where you going, man? We got to go right. We got to do it right, too. No, I'm just kidding. All right. You ready? Good. Hold that turn. Hold it. Hold it. Slow down. Slow down. Slow down. Good. All the way over. All the way over. Too early. Too early, Trevor. Too early, Trevor. Watch that foot. Yeah, you started to turn well too early. All the way over. All the way over. You started early. Good. Hold that turn. Lean it over. Good. 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 Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. Very nice. Very nice. Very nice. Nice. Hold that turn. Hold it. Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Good job, man. Good job. Another 10. Slow down, slow down. All right. All the way over, Trevor. All the way over. Hug him. Commit. Good. Slow down. That's what gets you, that speed. Hold it, hold it. Stay in the friction zone. Good. Slow down. Rear brake, rear brake. That's right. Drag it. There we go. Trust and believe, Trevor. Mike, I gotta have you go right. Because when we do follow the leader, you know where I'm taking you. Good. Excellent. Your throttle sounds excellent. Go all the way over, William. All the way over. Hug those 2 cones. Commit. Good. Good. That's perfect, man. That was beautiful. Hold it. Hold it. Hold it. All the way over. All the way over. Hug them. Commit. 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 Lean it over. Good. Good. Woo! That's what I'm talking about, baby. Woo! I don't give a damn. Beautiful. I did not expect to be here. That is awesome. Day 1. Never practices. All right, you ready? You want to go that way? Okay. I want you to come all the way over here. Turn these bars. All the way over here. Let's do it. Slow down. Turn. 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 Good. Don't worry about me. Good. 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 Keep it loaded. Keep it loaded. Very nice. Too much speed. Too much speed. Too much speed. Yeah, so Trevor's gonna have to get some better control of the friction zone and trusting that all you need to do is be in it at an appropriate speed. Very nice, Will. Good, hold it. Very good, very good. Easy on that rear brake, all the way over. Hug them, commit. Hold that turn. Hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it, hold it. Nice. All right, Mike, we're going back in. Excellent, man. That is excellent. You get behind me this time. You are a ringer, William. I swear you are. Again, day 1. Never practice unless you're, punking us. Just outstanding, man. I did not expect to see him in the 22 foot. I'm like, what the hell is he doing up here? Did it twice, both directions, right?
You think he's Mario 2.0? Did you ask him what he does for a living?
I did not, but no. He's not. He's a motor officer. He didn't tell me when I first met him. Yeah. He rated himself a 6, I remember. So I'm used to the sandbagging. But listen, excellent job all the way around. Mike, and again, I told you before, I'm going to push Mike to do things that's out of his comfort zone because I know he wants it. And he kind of mind screwed himself into that right turn thing too. It's, once he goes back and watch the video, you do your own videos, so you know. It's just not committing to that lean right away, you not putting the wheels in the proper place. I don't know exactly what was going on. I couldn't watch you, but most likely that's it. When you get up there, if you put the wheels exactly, these things are all over the place. If you put the wheel exactly where it's supposed to be, the placement, and you hug those cones, what happens is sometimes people hug those cones, but then they start committing too early. So they leave space at the top. If you leave space at the top, the good thing about these bikes is you can go all the way to the top and still make the turns around. like an Indian or something, that's not going to happen. You got to start turning early because the bars don't turn as much. And you got to just lean that bike. You know, anyway, first world problems. All right, guys, bonus time. What you're looking at is to lean or not to lean. That is this exercise. 7 cones, 10 feet apart. Whoever gets, we're going to do a best of 3. Whoever, we're not counting you, but you can do it. Whoever can get through the most cones without putting a foot down, I love it. Father and son, without putting a foot down or hitting a cone, you're the winner, right? When the back of your motorcycle clears a cone, I count that cone, all right? But please do me a favor. If I say you're out, because sometimes that happens, somebody hits the first cone. I go, you're out, and they just mow the rest of my cones down. You're out, move on with your life. We got best of 3, right? I'm not gonna give you any advice on what to do. Just keep in mind what we've done today and apply it here, okay? I am gonna demonstrate it though. I am going to say that when I watch people do it, you won't hear it until you watch the video, but I can see you do something and say right there, you're done, right? Just keep that in mind. And speed demon right here, Trevor. Speed ain't going to work here, man. Watch your speed. Okay, questions? Let's do it. Go back around. Start over. All right, guys, to lean or not to lean. We got father going first, William. Starting to sprinkle here. That's it, you're out. 1 cone, 1 cone. All right, too much speed already. 3 cones. Too much speed. All right, we got Mike here. Again, we're not including Mike. Well, we're not including him in the who's gonna win this. Here we go, to lean or not to lean, baby. That's it, you're out. 1 cone. Too much speed, Trevor. 3 cones. That's it. 1 cone. Two cones. That's it, Trev. You're the winner. Okay, did you enjoy yourself?
Are you recording this already?
This is how this whole thing started, too, the same way. I said, what's your name? Are you asking me that because, you know, are we on? Yeah, we're rolling. We're rolling.
Oh, we're rolling? Hello,
Yeah.
people. How are you? The day was awesome. The sun decided to come out at the end of class.
I know, right?
You want to let them ask some questions?
Oh, my bad.
All day. It's chilly, cold. We're done. The sun's out.
Right.
All right.
Okay.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I did enjoy myself.
Who's this young man standing to your left?
This is my husband, Robert.
What's your name, Rob?
Rob Mitchell. How y'all doing? Episode 25. Y'all can come check me out.
That's right.
Oh,
In Tennessee.
You know what video you're in?
Yeah.
Oh.
I love it when people, he's only been in one, so it's easy to remember, and it's a nice number, 25.
Yeah.
What kind of motorcycle do you ride?
Ultra Limited. 2020 Ultra Limited.
Okay.
Yeah.
Do you practice?
I practice all the time. Yes.
With your bike now?
I burned out my clutch doing the preloading.
There we go. So he's practicing. He's definitely practicing. Did you enjoy yourself today?
I did enjoy myself.
You remember what you rated yourself when you first came out?
Didn't I say like 0?
Yes, you did.
Okay.
Any change in that number?
Yeah. want to.
Okay, there's no wrong answer. Remember, the number is for you and you only. I don't give numbers. I do disagree when the numbers are too low, never when they're too high. So you feel a little more confident?
I feel a little more confident. It has helped me. Well, I already knew that I needed help in slow maneuver.
Good,
right?
good.
Like I'm confident on the interstate, you know, and curves at higher speeds, but I know I needed the help with the slow.
And I'm glad she said that, because we say all the time, anybody can ride a motorcycle at speed. So most people are more confident when they're riding at speed, because you could fall off the bike. As long as nothing's in front of it, it'll just keep going as long as it's got power. So I'm proud of you, because you faced your fears. You were nervous. And even in the Snowman, you said, I don't like this, as you pulled out. And in my mind, I said to myself, okay, if she doesn't like it, she doesn't have to do it again. But this time, I saw a light on. You were sitting there with the bike on. You want me to go again? Yeah. So that was awesome.
Oh, well, thank you.
Thank
You're
you.
an awesome teacher.
Thank you.
Yes,
Always
sir.
a pleasure to see you,
And
brother.
I'm
Yes,
looking
sir.
forward to continue practicing.
Thank you. I'm looking for the video.
Oh, you like 250 push-ups? I got you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, there's 10. I owe you 230 more.
I know you do.
Yeah.
But I'm talking about the video of you practicing.
Oh yeah, we've already talked about that. This guy and
Awesome.
I. Yeah.
Awesome.
Mr. Michael.
Mr.
there?
Michael? Okay.
Yeah. And
All
we're
right.
gonna do a
Name
progression.
would be Q the rider.
Cue the rider.
Yes,
Cue the
cue the
rider.
rider.
And I have talked about it because
Okay.
this is my beginning video, and then we're gonna show another one later with my progression. We'll
Awesome.
share that with you.
Pleasure.
Yeah. Pleasure was all mine, sir.
Thank you. So it's nice to see you. You're a troublemaker and a crap talker
No,
to everybody.
I'm innocent, sir.
Okay. Innocent until proven guilty.
I reject those allegations.
Did you enjoy yourself?
Absolutely.
What'd you rate yourself when you first came out? You're not going to remember.
7.4 something.
Yeah, I knew you were going to remember. Any change in that number?
7.5.
Always a pleasure, man. Get the hell off my video.
Yes, sir.
7.5. You are not at 7.5.
Here's the superstar.
The ringer.
Man.
All right. Did you enjoy yourself?
Absolutely.
You remember what you rated yourself when you first came out?
It had to be 2 or less.
Okay, I'm going to step off the camera just in case you sandbag. Any change in that number?
Oh, absolutely.
What you got?
It had to be a 6.
6. Okay. Pleasure, man.
It was awesome.
You did great, man.
It was awesome.
I hate that we had to stop it. Now look.
Oh, that's okay.
Did you enjoy yourself?
I did.
Do you remember what you rated yourself when you first came out?
5. I was overconfident with that 5.
Okay.
I did say 5.
Any change in that number?
I would say the number is the same, but the confidence, I think, backs up the 5 now than
Okay.
before, than
Okay.
5 before.
All right. Pleasure meeting you, man.
Great to meet you.
All right. All right, guys. So we cut the practice session short because it started to rain. And I know some people go, we can practice in the rain, and we could, but we were only doing follow the leader and the slow race. But because they just paved this parking lot, these stripes were like extremely slippery, and it's just not worth it. You know, nobody wants to slip on it's not worth it. So we shut it down. Then, of course, after we picked up all the cones, sun came out, everything's dry, but we're ending on a high note. We had a great time, great practice session. So I appreciate all of the preloaders and the one V.I.Preloader that's out here today. I appreciate them helping with the picking up of the cones, and I'm proud of everybody, especially since all three of them, I'm not talking about Mike, said that they have never practiced slow speed maneuvers before. And I almost call BS on it because of what I was seeing. But like I said, we all learn differently. And I remember just doing the starts and the stops. William was shaky, man. I mean, he was shaky. Then by the time we got to the U-turns, every stop, at first I was like, a broken clock is right twice a day. But consistently, bing, bing, that's how he was stopping. I'm telling you guys, so much is received from those short starts and stops. Being able to do that smoothly and being confident with that is going to help you with other stuff. That's not my opinion. I'm telling you guys. So anyway, again, I want to thank Southern Thunder Harley Davidson for allowing us to come out here. I want to thank Q the rider that's riding and wrenching for quarterbacking all of this, right? If you want to find out more information, I know it was definitely awesome, us doing the slow speed stuff in that Snowman with identical CVOs. If you have one of these CVOs and you're not yet on his Facebook group, 2023 CVO. Is that the name of it?
2023 Harley CVO.
2023 Harley CVO. Definitely get permission and join it because it's a private group, right? A lot of good information there, even more so from his channel, Riding the Wrenches. So definitely check it out. Hit the subscribe button. It just helps us out. And on that note, if you enjoyed this channel, if you got anything from this video that helped you out, hit the subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. Hit the like button, share these videos. And guys, I say this all the time. I'm one guy with a YouTube channel. If all of us that watch these videos understand the value and share this, that's how we're going to put a dent in this 2% motorcycle population that are actually proficient riding these machines. All right, guys, love you. Spend more time being thankful for the things that you have, less time complaining about the things that you don't. Seat time does not equal practice time. That is not my opinion. If you have time to ride your motorcycle, you have time to practice on it. Till next time.